the V skill after actually landing the fireball as an anti-air from the full screen there, but now stuck in the corner. The Urian Chariot tackle, trying to inch your way back to mid-screen. You have gotten.
I believe we're back now as well, so welcome back everyone. We're here at match point for both players. Very evenly matched in life as well, so you haven't missed too much. This set has been incredible to watch so far.
Oh, that was the first time that Bolt Strike has represented the knee drop, and Jester Power was ready with that the neutral jumps. We've seen Jester Power utilizing the neutral jumps in general because it's just a great tool to represent against the toolkit like Urian in that mid-range, but was ready to blow up the knee drop. Now, Bolt Strike stuck in the corner, life looking not so great.
He has to be very careful throwing these fireballs as well, because Vega with a V-trigger, one touch from death, but he spends the V-reversal. Smart from Jester Power.
Yeah, and the Aegis nullified, all Bolt Strike gets out of it is the V-skill. Backing off again, gets the V-skill, Jester Power lets him have it. Has one more mirror on deck, does Bolt Strike, but this is at best a two-touch game against Jester Power, if not more.
That was ridiculous from Jester, great read. And Jester specializes in this slow play-the-clock playstyle. There you go, takes the game. Jester Power, clean play.
So, Bolt Strike, tied for number 2 presently in the rankings across this whole season, dropping down into the losers bracket just outside of top 8.
And I do believe Bolt Strike goes down to play against... One second. He is playing against Akram VVV, and the winner of that play is AKA Jones, Shaquille.
Yeah, chat, sorry
there's still so much here. The loser side, top 16, only about half populated. Bolt Strike versus Akram to play to get into it. Dova Chief waiting for the loser of, as I scroll up to find it, the loser of One Step Layered and Ryan Hart for top 16. Atreyu waiting on the winner of Julia Han and Soundboy. That's loser side to get into top 16.
That's ridiculous.
Shiryu Sengon versus Apollo Steed, also loser side to get into top 16.
Wish I could have seen
Gus.
that game. That game is going to be great.
Yeah, sorry, my OBS crashed, so yeah, that's why the stream was down for a second. Chat.
Well, on behalf of the chat, you fired, Redis.
No, we can fire OBS. Redis gets one more. You get one more.
Oh, he gets a one.
Start firing you. You get the. I mean, isn't that's how management works, right? Like you make the mistake, but then it never falls on you. When management, it's the tool. But when we say Cammy too much, we get fired. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I gripe on company time.
Let's just blame the commentators and fire them, okay?
See, what did I say?
Okay.
I'm down. I'm down to be fired, man. I'm always down to be fired.
So I'm still waiting. I'm trying to cash in the pink slips. I'm eyeballing the vampire teeth. I need 30 more pink slips before I can buy the glow-in-the-dark vampire teeth.
Next up now, we're going to have One Step Layered versus Ryan Hart on stream. And I know One Step Layered is stuck with Karen throughout the entirety of this game's lifespan. I'm not sure who Ryan Hart is currently playing. If he's bringing back out the king, Sagat, fresh from his new changes with buffs that you guys so eagerly requested, or if he's going to stick with Urian, his main for the past few years.
Yeah, so this is... I assume we're going to see the Sagat. I would be surprised not to, especially with everything else that he had gotten. If you are a Sagat player, you are probably very happy to be playing this character right now. And selfishly, I also just want to see it because I love Sagat in this game. I'm glad they finally took off the ankle weights.
Chat saying that one has been playing Cammy recently. Why? Karen's still going to be really strong.
Oh yeah, I watched his stream. That's actually true.
God, everyone's going to have a Cammy now, huh?
So dabbled with Cammy, but I don't think it's ready. I mean, you said why, but you saw the patch notes. Cammy is the best video game character.
I'm with more of a why of another Cammy, please. Please, I can't.
Eventually, I'm gonna dream, and like when I count sleep, I'm gonna be counting Cammy frame data. That's what it's going to be. But no, it is the Karen, whether because it is not ready or because just sticking with the Karen and maybe the Cammy was an experimentation. But it is going to be the Karen versus the Sagat from Ryan Hart.
Oh yeah, Ryan Hart back on the king. This is going to be sick. Ooh, great confirm there from one. Has him in the corner now. Karen is so dangerous off one touch. She's like, she just blows you up off one crouch medium kick.
She does, and then she's in, and she's another really sticky character. Gonna be Ryan Hart's gonna need to work. Oh my god, going underneath the fireball, but drops the V trigger confirm. Right, finding the standing medium kick. Trying to start this fireball game, but you can see there's a little bit of apprehension in doing it because once the player has done such a great job of playing around it.
Yeah, he's 1 EX Tenko away from being dead, and he gets the throw. One step player takes the first round here. Tiger uppercut, clean anti-air there from Ryan. He V-shifted.
Interesting. I even said earlier that I don't feel like V-shift is going to be as important in some of the zoner matchups, but one step layered obviously representing it for some reason or another.
I wonder what he's been working on that he felt the need to V-shift there. Maybe he knows something that we don't. But again, using the V-shift. V-shift is going to be great for Karen. Resetting to neutral where she specializes in is always going to be great for her.
EXDP after the side switch and the scramble, and that puts Ryan Hart with the dominant screen position to clean it out. His wall that Sagat is able to put out onto the screen and cleaning up with a round of their own now. One round piece.
PP from Ryan Hart. I do know they nerfed Karen sweep this season, so it's a lot more punishable, but I think Sagat could always do that anyways.
Oh, the neutral jump, but once the player was ready for it, and now caught reaching. Now you got this shimmy damage in the corner. Going for the throw this time, the anticipation that you don't get two. Stun going down here for Ryan Hart.
Has to be careful throwing these fireballs. One can EX in and then take his turn. Didn't confirm the crouch medium kick though. Great neutral jump there from Ryan, and he gets it into CA. This is going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is exactly the situation that that's why we've been watching Ryan Hart neutral jump so many times. It's for exactly something like that. Now you just need to keep stable and close out the round. I think, honestly, you've got those 3 bars of V-trigger. Not even going to need it. It's the fireball. But
tried to EX through. I see the meter is gone. Probably a bit too late on that one there. It's hard to react to Sagat's high Tiger shot.
Yeah, they made it faster, too.
Yeah.
Not only did they take the ankle weights off of Sagat, they took the ankle weights off the H Tiger shot, too. First game to Ryan Hart.
Round 1.
Ryan Hart, Sagat looking so good.
Sagat in general looking so good. Sagat's been one of my favorite characters to watch in general since he came into this game, but he's always kind of struggled a bit, right? A bit at best. You know, that might be optimistic.
Ooh, great punish again. I do feel like Sagat was the one character universally, whether you played him or not, that you thought, yeah, you know what, he needs buffs. Great V-shift usage there from one.
Oh my god, this offense here from one step layered. Finding the sweep. Oh no, the EXDP blocked that time, and that's going to be stun on the side of Ryan Hart.
Kill, though. Oh wait, it's Karen. I'm lying to you guys. I'm sorry, chat.
Yeah, even killing for the 1 bar.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright. Still playing pretty slow right now. Okay.
Great anti-air again. Oh!
One thing is, Ryan, I mean, I get why he went with V-Skill 2, because obviously she has options around the fireball besides going to the air, but we're not seeing Reinhardt really able to utilize V-Skill 1 at all either. Or, the
V-Trigger 1, right?
Is what I meant to say. Yes.
Yes, yes. V-Trigger 1, I guess it's because he gets a raw confirm into a lot of damage, whereas with V-Trigger 2 in the armor, it's really not as useful, I feel like.
Stuck in this corner, trying to weather the storm, sending out these fireballs. There was the neutral jump again, and then into the overhead to clean it out. And yeah, no, I'm sorry, I was referring to the, I got airdropped coffee in the middle of that round, so my mind got pulled somewhere else. No, I was talking about the V-skill. I've had conversations with Zaffarino about it, where his kind of evaluation of which V-skill you use is based on, do they have fireball tools besides jumping? And if they do, then you don't use Angry Scar, you use the knee install. The idea being that if they have to go to the air, you're more likely to land your anti-airs because that's how they have to play around your fireball game. But even with that, which I agree with the V-skill 2 choice here, we're just not seeing it in general because there's not the room for it.
This is going to be gets to the game here, and he just does the EXCP. Reinhardt, not scared. Great whiff punish. This is going to be big damage. He shifts out. No meter to work with here, one step player though. Ooh! That was clean from Ryan, and that's going to take it 2-0 for Ryan.
That was a super close matchup, but ultimately able to stem the offense and figure out the way to weather the storm and clean it out. The King, for a reason. I love Sagat this season. I might actually have to finally play him. I am not big brain enough to play like a fireball character because I don't have a fireball game. I'm just bad is the excuse. I feel like Sagat won't make up for the fact that I'm bad, but I sure love watching him anyway.
He's hard to play, man. He's hard to play.
Yeah, top 16 Reinhardt moves on to on the winner side to play Problem X. Top 16 winners actually all set now. So Hurricane versus Lily AJ, and the winner of that plays the winner of Escudo and 4 fills. And then opposite that is Problem X versus Ryan Hart, and then Jester Power and Stop Reset Please. And that is just the winner side. Loser side almost situated as well. I think the one match remaining for loser side top 16 is One Step Layered versus Nova Chief. But still sitting down there is Soundboy and Atreyu, Yas and Shoryu Sengun, Shaquille and Bolt Strike, and Poisesto versus the winner of One Step Layered and Nova Chief. And Bolt Strike is in losers. Top 16.
Oh, I can't wait to see
Passes
Shaquille
out.
versus Bolt Strike. I see that game is lined up for stream. Oh my god. Please, give me that game now. I know we're not getting that game now, but I wish I could see that game now.
It looks like we are going to get Escudo and 4 fills, though, which was the other one that I mean, the second you saw Escudo got some big dubs, you've been excited to see it, and see it you shall. Are we ready for the Twitter highlight reel? Everyone get your clips ready.
Escudo sending Fasa, one of the favorites of this tournament, to losers as well. Playing against the 4 fills.
And don't forget, guys, support the players using the match arena.
Yeah, if you have not already, please go and show some love in the match arena. The code is SALT10T7. That is a free 50 cents into the prize pool for the match arena that goes right to these players. Once again, this is week 7 of the extended 12-week tournament circuit for the 10th season here, and the first one this week with the new patch, and we're already seeing some of the shakeups with some of these matchups going in some unexpected directions. So
V-Skill 1, V-Trigger 2 here from Escudo, and V-Trigger 2, V-Skill 2. Falk now has a safe way to activate V-Trigger 2 on block with the orb from V-Skill 2. So I hope we get to see that here. Great whiff punish from Escudo.
okay, went for the anti-air, but the air fireball blowing it up. 4 fills with the shades of that Akuma.
Yeah, trying on anti-air Akuma right now. Zona character, by the way.
There's the V-trigger activate. 4 fills starting that offense. Escudo stuck in the corner here. The orb on him. Okay, orb out of play now. V-trigger activate out from Escudo, but now you have to deal with this. You have one more guess. Oh, and you guessed
Set
wrong.
up overhead as well from Falk. Into the round. 4 fills.
Round 2. Fight.
I'm not really seeing who the grappler here is and who the zoner is. The way Falk just took Alex to that corner.
And if there's one thing I know about zoners in Street Fighter V, it's that way they will rush you down and mix you up. Full CA on deck for both players here. I'm waiting for Escudo to actually get in and be able to start the offense. And I mean, you had said earlier before we went live, your sort of top level assessment of Laura, you sort of phrased it generically of, I feel like V-Shift is going to really make it hard for the grapplers. So how does this end up moving? How does Four Fills utilize the tools that they have available to deal with Alex once he is in?
I really hope we get to see how the Four Fills uses V-Shift, maybe to go through one of the EX stomps or something and get a big punish.
Okay. Chop using the V reversal, just getting out all this gray life here for Scudo. Any hit will do it for Four Fills to clean it out. So patient, but yeah, I mean, played that really well. And what was the last match we saw from Four Fills as I'm scrolling up? Yeah, against Honda. I mean, grappler versus zoner once again. It's like it's the tale as old as time. Is the zoner is gonna zone you out, and your job as the grappler is to absolutely kill them when you do get in, and we didn't even see that. Four Fills was in control the entire time.
And we're seeing the Four Fills as well when he does choose to zone, use the crouch medium punch that was buffed from Falk. A lot fast, well, 1 frame faster now on startup. Four Fills really, it was one of his requested moves to be buffed was crouch medium punch.
Well, even you can see the struggle in the anti-airs around that fireball, and now going to the air yourself, but still getting blown up with the anti-airs from Four Fills. Four Fills looking dominant right now.
Ooh. Crush counter, don't tech pro against me.
Oh, the V-shift into the V-break, getting through the meaty situation from Four Fills, but Four Fills, even with all this gray life, you're still sitting pretty. Anything will do it. You don't have to do anything.
If you're a Scudo, you've also now given up your V-trigger, which you may need for a comeback, just to get her off of you. That's not great.
Round 2.
Yeah, looking really dominant here for Four Fills so far.
EX is through. Scudo needs to do a lot more of that if he wants to close his space. Take those risks. They're trying to play too safe, I feel like.
But that's a shame, right? Finally in for the first time and then getting reversal through. But here we see this is the best round that it's been so far for Escudo. But Four Fills representing that reversal heavy right now.
And we're seeing that fair and balanced Falk dive kick, which you can't V-shift as well because she will punish you for it. Great.
Micro shimmies, the effective range that Four Fills is able to play at here. Falling into the low, Escudo trying to up back, weather some of the storm. Stun still comparatively high, now stun down, big jump in!
Yes, for the game! Ooh, unlucky there from Escudo. Both of these players now one touch from winning.
Yeah, it's so scary if you're Escudo. You have to find the right spot, maybe bet it on armor through to try to clean it out. We see stalking the hard hits, but Four Fills is playing really patiently. That dash, actually, though, trying to catch Escudo a little bit unawares, maybe stand in a range. There's the armor through the fireball.
Great from Escudo, blowing up the air fireball.
Final round.
The first round, but look how hard that was.
That might give him the momentum to now push forward, though. That's huge. EX stomps in. He's been using those very sparingly now. I think he's very aware of the V-shift in this meta now.
I mean, I wonder if you still need to represent it. Even if it can be answered, you need to put it on their stack so that it's something they're watching for. There's the V-shift of his own from Escudo, but doesn't get a whole lot out of it, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a punish.
Chasing.
He's dead.
Is he actually? Oh my god.
Yeah,
no,
Falk
he is.
does
Wow.
Abigail damage. Not sure if Falk or Abigail.
I wasn't prepared for this character. I should have reread the Falk notes. I wasn't prepared. Four Fills was taking it 2-0 over Escudo. Four Fills, I'm now looking through, Juliahan, Escudo. I'm not familiar with Froze.
Balrog player.
Okay, I'm trying to look, because that's now 2 grapplers to go through. Those are pretty good pulls for Falk as well. Moves on to Winterside Top 8 to play the winner of Hurricane and Lily AJ. Either one of those matchups is going to be a very different kind of energy for the Falk player, so I'm curious to see how comfortable Four feels in this new patch, playing that different kind of a pace.
And Scooter even saying those air shots are super fast now. That is annoying. I don't know how they thought she needed that, but hey, this is a great season, man. It's going to be an interesting season. Hurricane versus Lily AJ. We get to see more of everyone's favorite character, Cammy. I hope you guys are excited. We haven't seen much Cammy recently.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw Cammy
I'm
was...
excited.
Of course, Redis is excited. I feel like the last time I saw Cammy was that long time ago of 12:15 Eastern time. Obviously now it's much later at 12:45 Eastern time. That's a really long time to go without seeing a Cammy.
Oh boy, can't wait. And I know the Four Fields will be cheering especially hard for Lily AJ here because he detests the Cammy Falk matchup. Maybe not this season actually with the way Falk's changed, but I know for the longest time he did hate that matchup a lot.
I am willing to guess that you still probably hate that matchup. I mean, even with the Falk changes, I feel like the lifeblood of what I would assume of that matchup is still there. Like, maybe it feels a little bit better. Maybe there's a couple of situations where you feel like it's a little bit more in your control, but...
Well, I do see the
feel
Four Fields in the chat, so if he would clarify for us how he does actually feel, that would be interesting to find out. But
Still
now,
hate
yeah, he
Cammy.
still hates Cammy. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like anyone that didn't like Cammy going into this season, I feel like you still dislike Cammy going into the season. If it was a bad matchup, it's probably still a bad matchup. I think maybe there's a couple of micro situations that feel a little better, but on the whole, still feels bad.
I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like if Hurricane wins this set and we see the Four Fields versus Hurricane, I feel like we're going to be watching some Marvel 3 there where neither character's on the ground for a real long time.
Oh my god.
There's
Yeah.
going to be a ladder up. The floor is lava.
I wonder how much... It's going to depend on the trajectories that Four Fields chooses for the fireballs, but like in that type of a matchup, it doesn't end up a lot of air to airs or like representing the air throw from Cammy.
Well, they both have air throws. It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, well, before that, we have to get through Lily AJ versus Hurricane. Lily AJ going with the Karen to play against the Cammy.
Round one. Fight.
I love this Karen costume. I love how it's like the de facto Karen costume.
It is really good.
When's the last time you saw anybody playing like regular Karen? It's always Winter Wonderland Karen.
I think she has the kimono costume as well. That people are very inclined to use with Karen.
Right, finding a nice string of offense does Lily AJ off of a counter poke, crouch or stand strong rather. But there's the activation from Hurricane, and you didn't take the throw. You should have. You know this is the propaganda. She's even wearing red.
Lily AJ has to make something happen here now, and doesn't get the chance to play the game. I know this is one of the matchups that Cammy players do think is one of her worst. And when I say one of her worst, even or slightly in Karen's favor, must be nice.
Yeah, right. I was about to say, I'm like, imagine your worst matchup is against a character that is basically you with a slightly different toolkit.
Yeah, it's great. You ask a Cammy player, what's your worst matchup? Oh, Karen, 5-5.
Yeah. I feel like Karen and Cammy is like if Karen is a pure rushdown package. I feel like Karen is a little bit more neutral and stable focused. Not that Cammy doesn't have great neutral. Obviously, she has fantastic neutral. But it's all in service of sticking to you and just oppressing the hell out of you and making you make a billion decisions and feel like you're an idiot who blinked and the game was over.
Lovely confirm from Lily, and takes the round, spends the bar. Probably didn't need to CA, but goes for it for safety anyways.
But look at the bottom right corner of your screen. Hurricane has a CA, and we all know what that means. He may spend a bar at the beginning of this round for like an EX dive kick or something like that, but you have to know that back fierce was 1 billion% buffered. Every single one of these normals is being buffered.
Great punish from Lily AJ on the jump. Lily AJ is playing this matchup really well, showing why it's difficult for Cammy on the ground. She does have to resort to her air approach more frequently than she would against other characters.
Again, back throw from Hurricane, and now the offense has started. Going for the VT activate and representing the throw. Oh, immediately busting out with the DP does Lily AJ.
Ooh, a little late on the throw bait there from Hurricane.
The bravery to hit buttons there after the stand jab.
And he takes the throw. Ooh, Lily AJ. Are we going to see an upset here?
Cutting win.
I think Hurricane goes into this next round very much tightening the block string pressure. The fact that Lily AJ won that round off of shutting down Hurricane's sequence with a intelligently placed counter poke crouch jab through what should have been like, you're in the corner and Cammy's pressuring you with lights. You're a deer in the headlights, but not Lily right now. So Hurricane, in response to that, is going to have to tighten up the game.
We do actually get a run back of this exact same matchup in losers as well, as One Step Played and Poisesto are actually meeting in the brackets. So that's going to be another interesting Cammy versus Karen matchup to watch.
Challenging the walk forward with the standing strong as Lily AJ, and keeps finding these pockets in Hurricane's pressure to start the offense. BT activation here from Hurricane.
Have to respect these dive kicks. Not playing, just doing the best and blocking this out, Lily AJ. And there you're dead.
Empty jump.
Try to play the game.
Yeah, finding the empty jump low, a little too far to confirm, but Hurricane finishing the job anyway.
You tried to play the game a little just to check a dash. You dive kicked. It's a shame. Hurricane does love one-player games. I do know that.
It's a JRPG. Put all the stats into attack and speed.
Checks that.
My god, the brave crouch jab again. Lily AJ's counter poking has been spot on.
Ooh, got the dive kick on hit, but wasn't plus enough to combo off of.
We're starting to see like that block string sequence there was one of the ones where Hurricane's gonna have to be keeping this tighter offense. All these spots where he's trying to cheat forward, not working. What is working is the hit confirm into the CA, one round apiece. Lily AJ on the cusp of sending Hurricane down to losers outside of top 8.
This is not going according to the script.
Final round. Fight.
Is the hero going to overcome the villain over here? Back throw.
It's like Lily AJ just keeps being in the right pocket, the right time with the right buttons. Defensively, it's just working. And now dashing in on Hurricane. Hurricane, okay, you only get to do that once. Now immediately representing that standing medium kick. Trigger activation from Lily AJ. Side swap, wake up, back dash. That is going to be the confirm, and Hurricane's going to clean out the first a game of their own, making it 1-1.
1-1. It was too good to be true, man.
Cammy wins.
It's not over yet.
Is back. I
It's not
feel
over
like
yet.
everyone in the chat is so on Lily's side. And then you have the Cammy players who are like, yeah, let's go Hurricane, and everyone's looking at them in disgust.
I am gonna say I think one of the favorite things that I've ever read, and I'm only 80% sure that it's sarcastic, but quote, "It's not like Cammy has an easy time in this matchup. Normal players don't get how bad we Cammy players feel when they block all of our +3 stand strongs."
No mute, by the way. You're now privileged, you have to say that you feel bad when someone else blocks.
But that's what I mean. That's why I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's a slash S. I'm pretty sure we're capping, but I'm not completely sure.
I think
Because
I've learned with
it's
cap players that they don't really cap. They do believe that this character's a victim.
I can't imagine that, but imagine being stuck in the corner here. Imagine not taking the throw as the Cammy player. Obviously, you would have died if you did take the throw, but this is the narrative. We're flipping the script all the way over. I'm sorry, Hurricane. This is Karen. You have to take the throw.
Take the throw. Oh my word. Lily AJ again on match point, playing ridiculously. Oh, got jumped in on. Challenging.
With the wake up jabs. Next hit stun. Text the throw, jump in, text the throw again. Kind of easier, but you're still just shy of stun. Oh.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
Final round.
How many right decisions does Lily AJ have to make? Representing that standing medium kick. Oh, the hooligan blowing up the counter pokes there from Lily AJ. I'm going to start to do some cheeky stuff if you want to really try to contest this space. And look at the bottom right corner of the screen, but that's not the first time we've seen the back fierce not work. Oh, that was brave.
Okay, this is a big chance there for Lily AJ. V-shifted. Hurricane not scared to V-shift here.
Yeah, I have to believe that those are all
and that's
buffered
the
in CA.
I feel so tight watching that. Oh my god. I'm in the commentary seat and I feel tight watching that.
Cammy wins.
The game.
Yeah, you took the words out of it. Like, it just feels bad. You're just kind of like that residual tension of like, ooh. If I were at a local, I'd expect to hear like the sound of a stick being slammed. But that was such a tight match. And like, let's be real. Props to Lily AJ for a fantastic game. Hurricane is top ranked in this season right now. One of the best players in the world. Debatably
probably the best Cammy in the world right now as well. And Lily AJ took him to the limit.
Yeah. And you still have another chance in losers.
I think Lily AJ goes down next to fight
the winner of
Jones
Shaquille
versus
and
Bolt
Bolt
Strike. Oh wow. Okay. That's gonna be excellent to watch.
Yep, it looks like Yas took it over Shoryu Sengun and Soundboy took it over Atreyu. And then still waiting on one step layered for Poizesto to play against Escudo. But we've got the rest of the Winterside Top 8 to go through. Stop, Reset Please, and Jester Power. Anticipating Poison Claw, yeah?
Escudo says in the chat, almost everyone who loses has to play against either Cammy or Karen. That sounds fun.
I mean, it's only year 6 of Street Fighter V.
Times like this where I'm glad I'm in the commentary seat right now. I get to watch this.
Right? Right, I get to sit here, but man, that feels bad. It feels like the Hunger Games. I feel like I live in the capital, and I'm just watching all this awful stuff happen. And meanwhile, I have that ridiculous hairpiece, and like I walk around with like an actual peacock as a coat. And nope, I have to watch everyone else deal with the Cammy and the Karen.
Now we get to see the MVP so far of today's tournaments. Stop, Reset Please, who has done some really big upsets so far against Soundboy and Jones. Playing against Chester Power now for top 8. So are we going to see another upset over here now? Stop, Reset Please has been playing very solidly.
Yep, it is going to be the Poison and the Claw.
I know Chester Power is going to know this matchup quite well as he does also play Poison.
Yeah, how familiar do you think Stop Reset Please is going to be in the Claw matchup? I mean, obviously there's tons of really strong Claws in EU, so I would be surprised if there isn't at least some familiarity, but if Jester Power also plays Poison, there's a level of nuance and appreciation for the matchup that maybe you don't see on the side of Stop Reset Please.
I'm not sure how this matchup is this season, but I'd imagine that Vega probably does better in it now than previously because of the slight nerfs to Poison and her NTS. Jester Power gets the first jump in of the game and a slide crush counter. Go into the corner.
All right, going for some reset offense, finding the crouch fierce, and now a little bit of room here for Stop Reset Please. It's interesting to watch a Claw matchup. I'm always intrigued when a Claw matchup forces him to have to be the aggressor. but that's what it looks like we're kind of witnessing right now.
Those are the harder matchups usually for Claw. Jester now sitting on full V trigger. If he chooses to get out the corner.
Yeah, stop reset please, throwing out the fire, sitting and cooking a little bit, but the VT gone. 1 bar, are we gonna see a challenge for spending it on EX heart rate? No, checking the command grab.
Gets the command grab this time though, this is Jester's chance to make something happen. Oh, and he V-shifts out and V-breaks. Great usage of the new mechanic there from Stop Reset Please, showing how Poison can use this to her benefit. And the EX overhead. No nerfs, -4. Hold that, said Capcom.
Round 2.
Man said believe, looked at all that gray life, said, that's it, that's not more than 1 overhead. Boom. Cash it out, first round on the board. Stop reset, please. Okay.
+1. Having to frame trap now with the 3 frame. And Poison. Great challenge there from Stop Reset on the Flying Barcelona attack.
Right, getting some plus frames on the heart rate. Jester Power fully stocked here, locked in with tons of resources, but still stuck in the corner, and Stop Reset Please has a decent enough life lead. I think this is really tough if you're Jester Power. You really need to kind of maximize.
Stop Reset Please. Sorry, go on.
Maximizing. No, you're good. It was
Stop Reset Please here going on. Maybe another upset.
Gonna have to change his name to Stop Upsets, please.
Man, this is looking scary today.
3 upsets after the nerf, someone points out. Yeah, I mean, looking like a really strong performance over some really strong contenders to get up until this point. If you can get into Winterside Top 8 at this point, you're sitting real pretty. You've made the impact that you want to make. Wow, not dissuaded from using the axe kick as Stop Reset, please.
I'm interested to see how Jester's going to adapt to this though. This does look like an uphill matchup for Vega.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whip is able to poke you down at an effective range that is just outside of your claw range. So like you're in one of those rare situations where you do have to actually be the aggressor and move in. You're not the one that gets to pick where on the screen stuff happens.
This is my point now for Stop Reset. This has been very convincing.
Yeah, really good. It's looking really hard. Jester Power hasn't really been able to get anything started. And it's, I mean, what do you do? Obviously, your strength is death by 1,000 cuts, but you can't get close enough to cut the man. All right, offense started now. Oh, went for some cheeky stuff, but the anti-air from Stop Reset, please. Flipping back into the corner, but still stuck. Didn't have the anti-air loaded behind the regular grab there. Did Jester Power.
And he gets the round. He needed that round, Jester Power did. He needed it to be very convincing as it was as well, for the confidence.
Yeah, but I mean, they're both sitting pretty on tons of resources, but that's plenty of opportunities here for Stop Reset Please to do exactly stuff like that. Use the EX heart rate, try to start some offense off some plus frames, get a solid life lead at the beginning, and then just sit back and rest on your laurels and force Jester Power to have to weather your storm to get in. Okay. Alright, this is pretty good if you're Stop Reset Please. Getting the jump in. Oh, there's that axe kick. Alright. Activation into heart rate, gets the flip tech on the crouch jab. Are you dead?
Nope, that would have been dead last season though. Oh! Jester has one chance here. Anything kills.
Yeah, if I'm stop reset please, I don't really want to do anything. I'm maybe going whip stance and out just to try to, exactly like that, try to get some sort of a reaction out of Jester Power, but you don't want to do too much. Jester Power has walked all the way back to the corner. Yeah, this is the perfect spot. Just stand at that fierce range, don't do too much, and finding the whiff punish as Jester Power tries to counter poke, and stop reset please moves on to the Winterside Top 8. Gets to play the winner of Problem X and Ryan Hart.
Stop reset, please. The MVP of today so far. The hero's run.
I just want to point out that Problem X Ryan Hart is to get into top 8. I continue to point out that the caliber of play that you see at the Saltmine League week in and week out is you're getting world-class matches, and you don't even need to be watching the top 8 to see it. It is absolutely insane. So insane that all of you should please make sure that you are following the Saltmine League on Twitch and on Twitter so that you are tuned into everything that these guys are doing, putting on 3 shows a week with all of this top caliber play. And there is the Matcherino, if you would be so kind as to go and use that code SALT10T7 to go and show some love to these players with that free 50 cents.
And this is going to be a ridiculous set coming up. Problem X versus Ryan Hart. I'm really interested to see what matchup these two will play. I know Sagat Bison is absolutely terrible was at least really terrible for Sagat before this patch. I don't know if it's changed at all with this new patch. I don't know if Ryan's going to whip out the Urian. Pretty confident Problem will go with Bison here.
Yeah, I mean that seems a safe bet. I mean my thinking with the Urian is like, my guess is if he played the Sagat earlier, I'm assuming that is because there's been more development of the Sagat in the new ecosystem, and maybe we haven't seen quite the same for the Urian. This is going to be, as the patch, continues to be around and people get more comfortable, we're going to see people getting more comfortable with the secondary picks, but I mean, it's still week 1. There's only been so much that we've been able to do, but we are going to see the Urian.
This is going to be a great set. These two play a lot as well in battle lounges, so this is going to be great to watch. V-Skill 1, V-Trigger 1 here from Ryan Hart, not going for the V-Skill 2.
That's intriguing. I imagine that it's because you want to try to get the armor so that you can armor through some of the more mid-range pokes of like the Stand Fierce and the Psycho Axe.
Yeah, I'd imagine so too. Great anti-air choice there from Problem X.
Yeah, I mean, gonna have to utilize more of that Crouching Fierce, right, with the jab anti-air changes. Right, back throw in the corner, now you have the Psycho Axe. No, it is close enough, just goes for the jab pressure. The hit confirm on the Standing Fierce. Problem X looking real dominant right now.
V-shifting out of the ages.
And there we are. That's why the Urian players cry. If you wondered why the Urian players were crying on your timeline, stuff like that is why. That was a super strong first round for Problem X. Getting that armor install there is Ryan Hart. I wonder how we're going to see him elect to use that tool to try to get some stuff started. Throw offense. Oh, the EX knee drop, and unfortunately puts himself in the corner and gets punished for it. Finding a jumping short, though. Okay, the V-shift back from Problem X, not wanting to deal with the wake-up situation. Really showing a lot of respect for that EX Psycho Blast was Ryan Hart, backing up all the way past mid-screen to the point that you're almost cornered yourself now.
Problem always looks so comfortable in neutral, though. He's just walking him down.
You would think, I mean, the amount of comfort that you have to have, like, Bison barely has a walk speed, but Problem X is completely comfortable walking around at this pace. Oh, you're approaching me. There's the Psycho Axe. The second one, I see 1, I see 2. Now we're in the corner, finding the throw mix up. What's it gonna be?
Oh, and the edge just goes away. Beautiful.
And what did I say?
Thank you, Capcom.
But I wonder whether maybe Ryan not as comfortable with some of the changes in this patch. The fact that we've seen the defensive Aegis, that's not real anymore. You don't just get to do that.
It isn't real, but it is something that your opponent has to think about now, because it is still going to have to bait EX headbutt, so sometimes it's going to be viable to do. You have to see if they're ready for it or not. It's still going to be a read both ways.
Well, the first game going to Problem X. Do we see Ryan continue with the Urian, or will we drop back into the lobby? A lot of consideration, it looks like. Okay, does stick with the Urian. I mean, it must be the Sagat Dictator matchup must be really bad for Ryan Hart to continue with the Urian here, because Problem X was so ready for it.
Imagine that he's V-skilling all of these fireballs from Urian, and now imagine your entire game plan is that from Sagat. So I do understand this choice here. Great backdash for the air reset and punish from Ryan Hart.
Oh, the delay back throw from Problem X, and now you're stuck in the corner. Just this pressure game. No, content to back off. Oh, okay, backing off, but then using great crouch fierce anti-air.
That was beautiful from Ryan Hart. Great reactions. And he gets the dash in for the round.
A round on the board here for Ryan Hart. It looked like it got away from Problem X a little bit there. I think I'm surprised at the amount of, I don't know whether I want to say fear or respect that we saw when he got that back throw in the corner. But got a little bit cheeky with the V-trigger stuff, but you can recover here, sitting on a little bit of a life lead right now, slowly walking Ryan back into the corner.
One of the things I find sickest about watching Problem X is how he's just willing to just stand there with in just complete neutral and react to whatever you're going to do there. It's so intimidating to fight against.
It's one of my favorite things to see from a good Dictator player is the ability to do that and just be like, I'm on the life lead, I've played 5 and gotten all my plus frames, now I'm just going to trust that my neutral is good. The knee getting too high, Problem X with the challenge, and once again getting some damage on the board, and then content to back out, waiting, throwing out that crouching strong to challenge if Ryan Hart overcommits to an additional dash, and now we see the dance around the standing medium kicks.
Is that a punish? Oh, just a bit too late on that. Ryan choosing to use that Aegis just to get him out of that situation of the EX Cycle Blast.
But this is tough right now. I feel like this is still 2 touches for Ryan Hart, sitting on only 1 bar. Problem X is about to get V-trigger, which means we're gonna.
I think more than anything now, Problem's gonna use this V-meter to V-shift, and Ryan Hart has to really take the initiative here.
So having just looked at the clock, I don't know that I agree with Ryan Hart spending that bar there. There's a little bit of hunger. No! Oh my god!
Oh my word,
that could
have been huge.
I respect the attempt. Saw where the clock was at.
I have a black screen right now.
Same.
CFN, please. CFN?
So, while we sit on the black screen, I wonder if...
Game crashed.
I wonder if Ryan... So Ryan very clearly was trying to play for...
My game crashed, guys. My game crashed.
Okay, Redis's game crashed. I assume that they're going to end up having to play out the rest of it off stream because they're obviously on the verge. I don't know what happens with the lobby.
I guess they'd have to replay. I don't know what the players are going to decide on. I mean, they're probably still playing on their end.
Exactly. Oh, that feels bad. On such a tight set so far. Well, while we're in here, if you liked what you see, there's a matcherino. I don't know if y'all knew that. I don't know if I've plugged it enough. Maybe y'all don't know. But if you don't, now you do. But it's emote only mode. So this is actually the worst time in the world for me to plug that because I can't actually show you the links. But
you're a mod, right? You can just do exclamation mark.
Oh yeah,
if you're a mod.
I am.
Yeah.
I know things about Twitch. Thanks for the support there. Shivs, I set up for the layup, and then you helped me take it to the net. Sports
Not a
analogies.
problem, man. What a good partner's for.
Salt S10 T7 is the code. And while we are loading in, again, if you don't know, there are the 3 shows a week, Monday, Friday, Sunday. You are watching the Sunday show, the EU Open ranking bracket, but we have the single elimination King of the Hill style, King of the Saltmine tournament on Fridays, and then Mondays have the long form sets, anything ranging from first to 3 to first to 10s. So if you like what you're seeing and you want to watch all of the best EU Street Fighter action, the kind of place where Problem X versus Ryan Hart is to get into top 8, then
You know what I love
this is the
about
place to be
emote-only
watching.
mode? Is that how
What do you love about
concerning
emote-only
some of
mode?
these emotes look. Some of these emotes look real concerning.
I see, now I'm looking through to like try to identify the ones that you're specifically referring to.
All of them. Except mine, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure yours are fine.
Is it 1-1? We have no idea. We have to wait for the players to give us an update.
Let's do
Yeah, I'm sure Redis will give us the information.
The lobby would have crashed, perhaps?
Oh, so if that's the case,
1-0
I mean,
okay. Thanks, Problem.
1-0 still from Problem X.
What are the... I don't know if they're going to restart the last game or they're going to play with one round, first to one round. I'm not sure.
I imagine they restart the last game, but that's got to feel bad, right? That was a super tight 1 round apiece.
I'm happy because we're going to see more high-level games here from both players.
Yeah. Problem X says they're starting the last match again because they were at 1 round apiece.
Okay, that works.
fight.
Thanks, Problem.
All right, cool. So 1-0 Problem X.
Oh, that's the new sick Grid Force soundtrack. I really like that one. It's so
Ooh,
funky.
the funky stuff.
Yeah, definitely is.
Y'all can't see me doing the white man's overbite right now in my chair, but trust, it's happening.
You guys can't see me turning that off from my PS5 right now, but it's happening.
Turn it off the theme?
Yeah.
What a shame.
I can just imagine myself fighting like a Kami to that theme and just getting angrier.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I don't want to feel the funk while I'm getting rushed down. All right, Problem X about a half-life lead here. Reinhardt has VT on deck. That was a brave range to throw a fireball at.
This is on 30 seconds already. These two play such a patient game. And now we have Aegis 0 on block. Problem just V-shifts out clean. Trades. Oh, that's not good. Ryan has a chance here. Spends the CA.
Oh my god.
And Problem's out. And he wins the round from it. Great patience there from Problem X.
Yet another round getting really close to the timeout, and Reinhardt in the unfortunate situation of having to try to make something happen with just a few seconds left on the clock. Oh, challenging the dash forward of the crouch strong. Problem X was representing that earlier on in the set too, but paying dividends now as Reinhardt tries to dash in more. Interesting
This set
representing
has
these
been
neutral jumps here.
So clean from
the
both
tech-
players. Is that what
Yeah,
that
the type
was
of
the
thing
punish?
No, I don't think it was. I think Problem X did something else. Has to use the V break after the V shift and challenges, or punishes rather, the headbutt, and has the ultimate Psycho Crusher on deck, hitting this man with the cutscene to close it out, and Problem X taking it over Reinhardt 2-0 to move on to the top 8. On the winner's side, Reinhardt does get another chance, dropping down into losers to play Sound Boy in loser side top 16 to qualify for loser side top 8.
That's going to round up our top 8 winners though. We have Hurricane versus the Four Fills on one side of the bracket. And on the other, we have Problem X versus Stop Reset Please.
Yeah, so
We can move on to losers
Cammy versus Falk, and then I'm gonna say Bison, even though we all know Problem X has more than just a Bison, but I'm gonna say Bison and Poison on
Yeah,
the
I think that
flip
matchup
side of that.
is quite hard for Bison. So I do think we will see Bison against Poison there. Unless Stop Reset
Yeah.
Please is another character.
Yeah, and then waiting down on the loser side in top 16 is Ryan Hart versus Soundboy to get into top 8 to play the winner of Jester Power and Yust TTM, and Escudo versus Pizaisto waiting to play against the winner of, it looks like we have Bolt Strike versus AKA Jones still waiting to be played, the winner of whom plays Lily AJ, and the winner of that goes on to play Escudo versus Pizaisto. So still tons of really strong players here in the bracket, and it does look like we are going to be getting Bolt Strike versus AKA Jones.
This match is going to be great. I think these two play a lot, so they will know this matchup to a really high level. Two Warlord players, always going to be good to see.
Yeah, so presumably we're actually going to see the claw from Bolt Strike now, I would think, right? Or do you think we continue seeing the Yorian?
I think we continue to. I think we see Vega here against Jones's Ken.
Let's do this.
So I'm double checking who Jones had played previously, because I know we watched. It was Four Fills was who he had lost to in the Winterside, right? No, I don't. I know we had seen him. I'm trying to recall who he lost to because I feel like it was another
Jones.
zoner matchup.
Jones.
Yeah.
He lost to Stop Reset Please.
Yes. Okay. I knew it was a zonery matchup. I don't know why I was thinking Falk. I should have been thinking Poison. We have plenty of these zoners for real actually zoning in this bracket here. Yep, we do see the claw into the Ken.
This is going to be a great set, guys. I hope you guys are ready for this. Ken Masters. Everyone's favorite Shoto.
Let my beauty intoxicate you.
Do you think, I wonder,
Come on.
with the buffs to Ryu, is he the worst Shoto in the game now?
Yes.
With the buffs to Ryu and Kage.
Yes, most likely. And I don't think he's
That's why he's the
awful,
favorite.
but I do think he is the worst now.
This isn't that. Oh, wow. No, I offered that, and chat is immediately like, yes, there's not even any deliberation. Okay.
Yes, but
That's
that was
where we're at.
also a
Well,
Ken
then that's
player.
why he's... That's why he's the favorite then. He's the underdog.
Especially the Dan seems to be quite good. I would say Ken, yeah.
The immaculate spacing here from Bolt Strike. This is the Bolt Strike I wish we got to see in Winners. I know he doesn't want to play the Claw Mirror, but every time I see Bolt Strike on the Claw, it's just like, if there's if you can be a pixel off to allow for Bolt Strike to get some big whiff punishment, he is in that exact spot that you're a pixel off.
Bolt Strike is such a clean claw to watch. And what makes him so good as well is that he has the patience, but he also knows how offense works really well, so when he needs to change it up, he can.
Challenging the walk forward.
This is looking
That's a
really
great-
hard for Shaquille right now.
Yeah, a great innate sense of when his opponent is going to try to move forward into his space, and does a great job of ensuring that that's protected. Even the falling normals after the neutral jump behind the fireball. Oh,
No
confirm
cross
off
cut
the
there
card
from
trunk, but it
Shaquille,
doesn't
that's
really
rare.
matter. In the first game, kind of quickly going here to Bolt Strike. Looking difficult for Shaquille, and it's not entirely dissimilar to what we saw in the Poison matchup, but we're even seeing less of the sort of air approach that we had seen on that side. It looked like Shaquille trying to play a little bit more of a fireball game, perhaps feeling more comfortable doing so because the whip has a more effective range than the claw.
What is
But
really
working
interesting
less-
here that I just noticed that Shaquille is using V-Trigger 2 from Ken. the Shinryuken.
Interesting.
Wonder why he's chosen for this matchup to go with that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something, but I think I would rather almost... I kind of want to wait and see what he brings to the table, because I'm hoping that he'll show me. V-Trigger 2 is better overall now, says Yuz in the chat. I know it got buffed.
You guys think it's still better overall than V-Trigger 1? That's far-fetched for me. I can't think of it being better than V-Trigger 1, but you guys are the Ken players, so...
Ooh, okay, hit confirming off the low forward into it.
One throw, and there we go. Jones Arcade. Whoa, Shaquille takes the round.
Round 2. Fight.
Right, this is okay. Finding the hit confirmed there off of the standing roundhouse was Shaquille, and now stuck in the corner here is Bolt Strike. 2v bars, so do we see... Okay, finding the wall jump to get out. Okay, wasn't ready for the left, right, left. Next hit could be stun. I don't think back throw stuns, but the combo could. Nah, the stun going down. The unblockable.
The unblockable. And that's going to be the round. Wow, Vega.
Is it? Are we sure? Even with the...
No, not the round anymore. Oh, and no confirmed there from Jones. Unfortunate.
So we had one round where that V-Trigger paid out in some big damage, and then another round where an unfortunate overextension of it cost him what could have maybe been a situation he needed. Nice stand jab punish to challenge Bolt Strike for the dash forward. Oh my god, that anti-air from Bolt Strike catching him.
So clean.
Not a range where you expect to be anti-aired from Claw.
Jones is gonna have to do something here now to get in, to get even just making the comeback. He has to do something crazy to get in, I feel like, especially with that V-Trigger 2, and that's gonna be real close to death, if not dead. Just about.
This is like worst case scenario if you're playing Ken. That's the early jump fierce, but getting trip guarded by the claw on landing, and Bolt Strike is going to take it. That was like worst case scenario as Ken. Like you're using VT2, so you don't have, you know, some of the options that you traditionally see from the VT1. You know, you're not even, you've only got so many resources, and your opponent's at full health, and they're going to be able to build the V gauge as you damage them, so you have to contend with V reversal and V shift all in the way of you making this comeback. It's, if anything, it's kind of a testament that, like, I look at how much worse that feels with the different ways that you can use the V system now, and it's like, oh cool, yeah, no, it does stabilize it. Even a big comeback swing character here in this moment actually has to contend with these make or break reads that you need to be equipped to be making when you're trying to make these comebacks.
I have an announcement to make, guys.
There's an announcement?
Yeah, I just got it confirmed. Tomorrow we will have Veggie and Phenom on the mic for the exhibition sets.
Oh, cool. Okay, now was your mic live to tell them that, or do we have to
my mic was live, yeah.
Perfect.
I hope chat heard me. So if I'm still searching players for tomorrow. So if you are interested, send me a private message on Discord.
But if you are a Dalsim player, I would not recommend it.
That's true.
Yeah, Veggie and Phenom on the mic while someone's playing Dalsim. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. I mean, Dalsim is dead anyway, right?
No. Dalsim is still good. Don't listen to sim players.
Yeah, well, if y'all are excited, as we're talking about what's there tomorrow, but we still got time today, which means y'all have time to use those Matcherino coupon codes that are still sitting pretty. You can pay the free 50 cents in to pay out those players Salt S10, T7, and our loser side top 16 barreling towards conclusion. Ryan Hart versus Soundboy, Jester Power versus Yust TTM, Lily AJ versus Bolt Strike, and Escudo versus Pozaisto. It is Soundboy versus Ryan Hart, stopping right at the top of the bracket. This is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I think we're going to definitely see Soundboy with the Cody. And I think Ryan Hart's going to go back to the Sagat here.
I mean, Cody, if he uses the V-Skill 2, he's going to have an option around the fireballs in certain ranges, but a lot of those ranges, Sagat's normals are really good, so he's going to be able to play a normal game in the ranges where you might most want to use the Crime Sway. But Soundboy is so patient, and I wonder if we're going to see that patience, and if Ryan Hart is going to meet that by filling the space with the fireball game. It's going to be interesting to see.
Oh, Ryu!
The Ryu!
It's the era of Ryu. It's the era of Ryu. Anyone who plays ranked anywhere in the world right now, I'm sure you're so sick of this character, because I am. In 1 week, this is the only character I've fought. And now we get to see him on Saltmine, but we get to see high-level Ryan Hart Ryu. So it's going to be exciting.
I'm excited for it, but I wonder whether we do see the Crime Sway locked in here from Soundboy. I wonder whether Sagat's longer normals would have made for a better ability to still represent the fireball game in this matchup, but it looks like Ryan Hart is actually content to play more around this mid-range and appreciate the strengths of the faster low forward.
Soundboy has him in the corner here. Great shimmy there. Ryan choosing to go with the V-Trigger 1 here as well instead of the V-Trigger 2. We've seen that a lot this week so far from Ryu players.
Yeah, well, that V-Trigger 1 is giving you these magic hands, those extra 2 frames. Giving you some Street Fighter 4 confirms, jab in strong.
Everyone wants to hear the roar.
If you want to hear roar, you can open up Spotify and look up Katy Perry. I want to see these hands. Unfortunately,
that
not
from
seeing
Cody,
Soundboy.
Cody's Ruffian as well. We're going to see that a lot from Soundboy.
There's that Crime Sway again, and I'm going to keep watching the pocket wherein Soundboy feels able to do that, and all I'm going to be able to think to myself is, yeah, Sagat can like standing medium kick or crouch fierce at that range, and the fireball is only really a threat farther away than that. Stun from Soundboy. Doesn't have the resources, but you're not going to need them. Cashing out meterless in the corner for the first game over Ryan Hart.
Yo, Soundboy feeling these Cody buffs, huh? He's feeling them.
Does he believe in the Ryu enough?
Oh, switching. Probably going back here to get.
I mean, or maybe the Urian, but I would be surprised. I think I would like to, selfishly, I want to see the Sagat just because I like Sagat. But that Ryu, it's pretty clear that it wasn't really working out for him. And the V-Skill 2 did a really good job of blowing up the fireball offense from Ryan Hart. Really tried to open up that more traditional Shoto game, and Soundboy was just totally ready for it.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I know Ryan's been playing a lot this week. I don't know if he's been playing Ryu all that much, or if he's actually just been grinding Sagat. I know he's been super excited for the Sagat changes. But Soundboy looks really ready for Ryu in general.
Oh yeah. Well, like you said, it's all over ranked right now, so people are definitely going to be ready for it. There is the switch to the Sagat.
I'm so excited to see Ryan Hart Sagat.
Round 1. Fight.
All right. I think maybe you can... Okay, representing medium kick ruffian right at the beginning. That's something we see sometimes from Soundboy.
He's been buffed, so, you know, I imagine that he's going to use that a lot. Space.
Got his own tornado, but Soundboy hitting a lot more buttons than I'm used to seeing. But that's one of the things. The fact that in these ranges where Cody is going to want to use the sway, you have Tiger Knee, you have all these other buttons. You can walk forward and like crouching strong or crouch fierce, but unfortunately you're still eating this stun in the corner. You're not dead. Finding the standing reset into the shimmy for the VT activate, and it is set point for Soundboy. Is it too little too late for the switch?
This has been rapid so far from Soundboy.
Soundboy's really, really good, and they buffed his character. It's just another example of like, all right, cool. So you were already taking names before this, and now they took off your ankle weights too.
Honestly, Cody players were expecting some nerfs to V-Trigger 2 when I spoke to them before the patch, and they came out smiling.
Right, the EX Zonk from Soundboy. I feel like I'm not used to seeing him. Soundboy's usually much more patient. I said that out the gate, and I feel like I usually don't see him using EX Zonk quite as much, but really wanting to use it to not have to weather the storm of dealing with Sagat's buttons and fireballs, and walking Reinhardt all the way back to this corner.
This is looking so uphill here for Ryan. I think that's it. Wow, Cody. Oof. All right.
Cody wins.
So, gets to move on to the top 8. Reinhardt out just shy of it.
That was brutal. But good stuff to Soundboy, showing the Cody work.
Yeah, I mean, in getting exposed to Soundboy through these last couple of weeks in particular, so strong. I'm consistently impressed with the pace that Soundboy is able to play at, and how composed he always seems to be, and gets to move on to Loserside Top 8 to play against the winner of Jester Power and Just TTM. Which is actually going to be the next match that we get, so.
Also, we still get to see a little bit more Ken Masters. Just TTM took it over Shoryu Sengan as well. Impressive there from Yus.
Yeah, it looks like I'm trying to see where Yus dropped down, but you know the thing about these EU guys is
I know
the brackets are
Yus
so
lost
big.
To
Lost to
Escudo.
Lily AJ.
Oh no, Lily AJ. Okay.
Yeah, 2-1. See, y'all have this huge bracket with all these players that I actually, if I want to look at who lost and who beat who, I have to actually scroll around and use my brain. I can't just look. That's a first world problem to have for these deep 64 player brackets.
I'm looking forward to seeing. We're gonna see another Ken
Why
versus
exactly
Vegas.
do I let you commentate this event, bro? You're fired. Can't
Fired
scroll
for-
through a bracket now.
I'll take it. I've been fired for sillier reasons.
Yeah, another one of the pink slips.
Hey, only 29 more to go until I get the glow in the dark vampire teeth. There we are, Jester Power and Just TTM.
Another Ken versus Vega matchup. We just saw this from Shaquille and Bolt Strike, so we get to see another style of this matchup being played from both players.
So many reuse in tournament. I mean, it's season 6, baby. This is the game that comes
We have
out.
only seen one Ryu today.
This is 2! Yes, TTM has
This is
picked
2.
Ryu.
Oh damn, 2. It's too
You're
many.
fired, Redis.
You can't fire me, that's not how it works.
This is the
Just
path
did.
of my destiny.
Right, Ryu versus Claw.
Round 1. Fight.
This is quite a hard matchup for Claw.
Going with the V-Trigger 2 here is Yus, so you would call out Ryan so far the V-Trigger 1 aficionado. 2 here represented from Yus. You're gonna get the roar that you wanted.
Come on, grab early from Jess.
Ooh, okay, Barcelona falling a little too far away, and the DP getting punished accordingly. Sweep activate from Yus. Dashing to bring it back to mid-screen.
If he anti-airs now as well, you're gonna see damage. Ryu hits hard in this V-Trigger.
Fishing with the back roundhouse. Wants some big damage out of it. Ooh, okay.
Oh
You have
yeah,
one more-
you heard the roar.
Yep, one more VT charge. Okay. Unfortunately, you're not gonna get anything else out of it. Fishing with the solar plexus with grab regular grab rather, but Gus not prepared to challenge.
This is This Ryu is looking
Why
clean
is
from
Bolt
you.
Strike in the prediction? Because I'm a moron. So Bolt Strike, Jester Power is Bolt Strike. Okay. That's how it works.
Damn. Now can we fire you?
I think that we can. Bolt Strike winning despite not being in the game. Damn. Okay, first round going to Jester Strike. Oh, nice jump in here from Yas. Really fishing with these solar plexes. There's the DP represented from Yas.
Oh, baits out the throw again as well.
Okay, the command grab, and also critically, all of that time getting the stun away from Jester Power, and now Yas stuck in the corner. But as a pretty decent life lead here, the shimmy, there's that faster low forward going right into the Tatsu, 1 round apiece.
This Ryu is looking so polished from Yus. Traditionally a Ken main, but has been playing Ryu a lot this week.
Oh my god, the walk down pressure behind the standing strong, there's a lot of implicit respect here, and I can't help but feel like maybe part of it is just on, I mean obviously the stand strong's already plus, but not even seeing much of a walk back, because that low forward is so much faster and there's more threat of it into the Tatsu.
Ooh, gets a jump in.
Okay.
A lot of shimmies working here for you. Again.
My man is reaching.
He has a read on
kinda,
just his teching patterns.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like in the mid screen, Yus was getting away a lot with like stand strong, walk forward, stand strong, and Jester wasn't teching. Something happened in the back half of that round for Jester to just flip the switch and start cracking defensively.
Sometimes you get flustered and your defenses change a bit. You panic tech a lot more. Happens to the best of us.
It's the first round, or game rather, on the board for Yas, and it looks like we're going back to the lobby. Does Jester Power have another character to represent?
He does play Poison, but I'm not sure if he'll bring out Poison or if he just needs a break mentally. Just a refresh. Get ready for the next round.
Yeah, I mean, the refresh, if nothing else, is obviously a good thing. You know, I think a really undervalued thing. Especially, you know, you're playing a character like Claw who's super neutral and fundamental focus. You need to be mentally operating in the pocket. And opposite Ryu, who is also, you know, a very fundamentally focused character. So keeping that kind of mental clarity is going to be really important. Now, looking at the characters loading in, do we see the switch or is it still the Claw? The Rashid?
Wait, I didn't know Jester played Rashid.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay, so I've not seen Rashid in a while. And I know it's not like he was bad or anything, it's just I feel like people were migrating to other pastures, especially online.
He's not a European character, I'll tell you that. Even in his
Sure.
more top tier moments, we haven't really had representation of Rashids.
Okay, using that, a lot of advancing movement in some of Jester Power's normal selection here.
I mean, unless you count Saudi Arabia 3-2 like Capcom does.
Oh, well, I guess then, yeah. If you would have to count Big Bird in that.
Alright, in the pocket, Jester Power sitting on a life lead, but yes, there's the sweep activate, going for a little micro shimmy. No bite yet from Jester Power, but we saw that switch flip previously. There's your roar. Oh my god, the chunks!
Yep.
And there it is. There, the switch has been flipped.
That's done.
Maybe some
Oh
buttons.
my lord, Ryu.
Oh my god, he's got the eye of the tiger.
This is what you all asked for. Welcome your new overlord, Ryu.
Okay, no DP on that jump in there from Jester Power, but you can kind of take those. Solar Plex is blocked. Alright. Again, no anti-air? Alright, maybe he was a little late on that one in recovery. You have to deal with this corner offense now. Nah, just Tatsu out of the corner. Just like that, you're fine. Jumping over, wants to ensure that he's maximizing his ability to push into the corner. Jester Power sitting on a pretty decent life lead right now and sitting with tons of resources, but oh yes, chasing down the V reversal.
Gets a clean jump in there, this Jester Power.
Oh my god, none of these jump-ins getting challenged. Okay, going through, doesn't have a follow-up, low forward, no hit confirm.
Probably really focused on the ground, trying to let the air approach go, but there's the EXDP from Jester.
This is really tough for Yus. Gonna have to make this honestly. You've only got a pixel left, 18 seconds left on the clock. Finding the overhead.
Final round. Fight.
This is still set point for Yus, but Jester Power finally swinging some stuff back into his favor. Is he gonna continue with not a very wild Rashid like we might traditionally see? It's still just a very solid game. I think it's almost like he's just utilizing the normal kit really well.
He's finding that Yus isn't really anti-airing right now with Ryu as well, and he's jumping a lot more on him. Great confirm there from Yus.
There's that low forward solar plexus up back out does Jester Power, but nothing really happens. Solar plexus blocked again.
This Rashid pick has been very good from Jester. Looks so much more comfortable in this matchup.
Yeah, Yus sitting on a very slight life lead here, but Jester Power has everything stocked to try to swing that around in his favor.
Great jump in
But a
again
big
from
jump in.
Jester.
Oh, this could be, I mean, if you're Jester, like, first of all, don't go to the air, like, whatsoever. Right, going for the VT activation.
And the shimmy again. Ryu in top 8, guys.
Win.
Yus called up his buddy in the server room, said, I need you to flip the switch. Man started teching. Yus taking it.
Great set there, man. That was really good. Jester's Rashid looked very strong.
Yeah, but I am loving the Ryu. How wild is it that, like, we're excited about seeing Ryu in 5 and Falk, and, like, Dan has 6 stuff. This is the timeline that we're in. We didn't see any Dan
you're on
today,
your own
obviously.
in that one. You're on your own with that excitement. I've seen enough Ryu to last me a lifetime today.
Oh, well, I wasn't net playing before we started, so I've not had to run through the Shoto, the pools of Shoto, wade through to get to the Saltmine. Bolt Strike versus Lily AJ. The winner of this plays the winner of Escudo versus Pizzisto in the loser's side top 8. So we are getting down to the top 8. We are really close, which means there is still time, but the time is ticking away for y'all to use those Matcherino codes, Salt S10 T7.
Let's do this.
Redis?
He's back.
Okay.
All right, Lily AJ on the Chun. Bolt Strike hitting us with the claw.
This is for top 8, everyone. So, one of these two is going to make top 8. Claw or Chun-Li. Lily AJ has been so solid with both Chun and Karen today, by the way.
I think I feel like someone else said something to the tune of this, but I feel like Lily AJ is just on the cusp of, like, really having like a bunch of really breakout performances. I think it's just like the really world-class names that you see out in EU, like your Bolt Strikes and your Hurricanes and your Problem X's. I think it's just like when they come through, it just shyly doesn't go Lily AJ's favor. But that Winterside match against Hurricane almost went Lily AJ's way. Unfortunately, as I talked about all that, Bolt Strike with a really dominant round over Lily AJ to start out this match to get into loser side top 8. Okay, punishing the slide.
I don't know how this matchup has changed at all, if it has at all from last season, but I know Bolt Strike was not the biggest fan of this matchup in the last season.
I mean, they've certainly played it a couple of times, so I'm sure they're both very comfortable with it, at least in a vacuum, but the implications of it now in this season are lost on me. I'm really curious to see how things change.
The
is it
punish from
Yes, it
Lily.
is. Is that not quite the equalizer, but has the Oki. V-shift back. Using the V break, still a -2 situation, but you don't have to deal with the mix-up on the wake-up at the very least.
Really has full CA. No, sorry, not full CA. Full V trigger stock. The Kosho. Bolt Strike has full CA and V trigger. Are we gonna see it here?
I
We
think
are.
you're dead.
That's just about
Yep.
dead with the scaling.
Wow, the really smart wake-up, standing short challenge there from Bolt Strike to clean it out, but a very close round in general. But Bolt Strike wants to make his way in to this top 8, dropping down to losers early, but not out just yet. I assume Lily AJ stays with the Chun.
Round
Yeah.
1.
If it was already a difficult matchup, no real reason to switch.
It was Stream's acting a bit weird. One second.
Bolt Strike sitting on a really healthy life lead here. Lily AJ, I mean, crouch strong into confirm would be the route, but you're not going to get it because the hesitation from Lily AJ opens the door for Bolt Strike to command grab and end up on set point. And the shirt comes off.
Am I better now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Bolt Strike is looking in
AJ.
such good control here.
I mean, I feel like even when Bolt Strike is losing, I feel like Bolt Strike still seems in control. It's just a question of how difficult is it. But right now, seeming super easy, barely an inconvenience. No anti-airs, but Lily AJ sitting on the back foot, just shy of V-trigger. There
Paul
it
has
is.
been
We've
really
got
good
the-
at doing this hit and run style of game today with Vega.
Jumping over the fireball, but she's recovered in time. But you see the fishing for activation, and Bolt Strike not overextending at all because you don't want her to be able to do it on hit. And in the patience, once again, from the hesitation, stems EX command grab on a dash in this time.
Didn't even bother taking his Oki off the EX command grab because he doesn't need to take any risks right now. And afford letting Lily AJ get back into the game. That's
Oh,
really gonna do it. Lily AJ has to make something happen now.
this is super tough. You're like a 3-touch game at best, but at worst, Bolt Strike has the presence of mind to walk back and whiff punish your jump in with the standing jab and close it out. Bolt Strike taking it 2-0 over Lily AJ to move on to the loser side top 8.
It's go time.
So Bolt Strike gets to move on, plays the winner of Escudo and Pozaisto, which is going to be the last remaining top 16 match. Alex versus Cammy.
Cammy, yeah. I don't know if Poise still likes Cammy in this matchup or if he might go to Colleen.
I mean, Is Cammy Alex not great? Or is it just
I'm
that
not sure how it
Colleen
is this season.
better?
I'm not sure what Poi is more comfortable with. I know he does play a lot of characters. But we'll see. I know in his neutral game with Cammy and with Colleen is really good, and his ground game, so it just depends on what he favors more against Alex.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to just assume if you have a Cammy and it's a matchup where you want to be sticky and just to press, this would be the one. And then on top of that, like, Colleen parry just means that the offense is going to be gearing more towards throw or command grab, which, you know, maybe isn't a bad thing, but it's just a shifting in the RPS, where if you're playing Cammy, you just have a DP anyway that you can represent. And that's on top of V-Shift being able to just let you go back to neutral. So I guess we're going to have to see. We are going to load in and see what the selection is. It is the Cammy.
Okay. It's going to be good to see.
Round one. Fight.
Both playing pretty patient on the ground so far. One jump in unchallenged, but Possessed really utilizing the strength of these limbs and this walk speed.
A lot of great life built up for Escudo already as well.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, that's
Swung her
that
off the
one's
sky.
great for Alex.
But now the offense has started. Okay,
Ooh,
wasn't
that was
ready
nice.
to capitalize. Escudo sitting in a decent spot here on a life lead already. Possessed trying to earn his way in. It looks like Escudo's using Alex's normal kit fairly well to actually contest at range against Cammy.
What you'll notice about Poisesto as well is that his Cammy style is quite patient. He likes to play a lot more on the ground. Comparatively, you're not used to seeing that from a lot of Cammy players, so it's really refreshing to see Poisesto put his own stamp on the character.
Very little life here on the side of Escudo. Possessed sitting with full CA. Escudo's gonna be fishing for some sort of VT activation. I think VT activate into like a reset. Oh no, you don't even need the reset anymore.
Oh, that's gonna be the
commits
round.
to the... Man's got impatient at the worst time when Escudo got in.
Great anti-air there
Finding
from
the
Poi.
DP.
Not getting flustered too much by that. He's gonna keep playing. And a confirm.
V-shift in the -2, delay tech to keep it safe. Okay.
Air throw for the neutral jump. Poisesto ready.
Air to airs from Escudo, trying to earn the way through, getting some plus frames. That's a fair bit of gray life. Poisesto sitting pretty on tons of resources.
And maybe by the time that the next season comes out, Alex's Lariat will probably be +6 on block. Gets buffed every year.
Eventually, it's going to combo on block.
Oh yeah. And he takes the first game. Escudo playing out of his mind right now.
Alex wins.
Super strong. I mean, just like the utilization of just the normal toolkit. And it's interesting, right? You called out Poisesto's willingness to play a very patient game on the ground, and Escudo is kind of meeting that with Alex's tools in a very interesting way that I wouldn't have anticipated seeing.
Honestly, when you play against Cammy, it usually feels a lot more comfortable to play against the patient style of Cammy because you get to build your own game. Whereas when a Cammy player really blusters you with the jumps and the dash mix-up, it's a lot harder to get into your comfort zone. And you're seeing this here from Escudo. He looks really comfortable on the ground right now.
Oh, the V-shift gets punished in Poisesto with a pretty clean round, finding a little bit of the pace, put the pedal to the metal just a little bit, and a pretty quick round that time. Oh, meaty lariat connecting.
Poi not wanting to
Standing
take the
reset.
command grab here.
Stun
One.
mounting for Poisesto.
Nice anti-air. It's easy to get flustered when your stun's that high, but Poisesto ready with the anti-air.
Right, EX chop, nothing for it, but like getting the position so you're not close to the corner is in and of itself a minor victory. These DPs, though, Escudo keeps going to the air, and I understand that you need to, but Poisesto's DPs are on point. Oh no, you have one more guess. Shimmy, and you caught, reach in. Poisesto cleaning up the second game, 1-1.
Bringing it back here, Poisesto looking solid with this Cammy.
Yeah, so if you're Alex, what do you do now if the Cammy is finding the aggressive pace to really smother you in this way? Like, what do you have available to you to try to slow this back down or get back to where you were in that first game?
Escudo may just try and take the approach of playing a little bit more aggressively himself and trying to kill her before he gets momentum started too much. Or he might continue with what he's doing and think maybe Poisesto's going to change it back up again. We don't know what kind of approach these guys are going to go with. Great with punish there from Boy.
With punished again, seeing Poisesto finding the pocket on the screen to operate out of, but a nice big jump in here from Escudo, cashing out some big damage. Plus frames on the Lariat, the first command grab represented.
Ooh, no V-shift or DP there on the EX knee drop. And there, Alex takes the round. Escudo on match point again.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh my god, okay. Finding the sweep there was Escudo. Poisesto with tons of resources.
Great
anti-air super. Yeah.
And the confirm on the crouch medium kick. That's really hard to do. Poisesto showing off all the training here. De-shifting out, not dealing with your pressure.
That was such an interesting air-to-air situation there from Escudo, going for the EX drop. Lots of gray life here from Escudo. Poisesto is finding this pace a little bit more. We're seeing all of these, the dash-in pressure from Poisesto being
Again with the whip punish.
The whiff punishment has been on point. Oh, that's big damage.
Oh, and that's going to do it. Escudo takes it. I feel like in that set, we saw Escudo neutral jump a lot, and Poisesto looked like he wanted to DP it, but he was too scared of the consequences of if he was too late and it was blocked.
Wow. That was super, super close, but good job to Escudo. Gonna make it into this top 8. Poisesto out just shy of it, but I'm sure we'll see them back again. That was really strong, and that ground game so good.
So now we finally have our top 8 all sorted out. We have in winners, Hurricane versus the Four Fills. So that's going to be Cammy versus either Falco Colleen. We don't know what the Four Fills is going to go with. And on the other side, we have Problem X versus Stop Reset Please, which is likely to be Bison Poison. Losers, we have Soundboy with that Cody versus Use TTM, who may go with Ryu or Ken. And on the other side, we have Bolt Strike versus Escudo, which will be Vega versus Alex.
Yeah, with respect to Soundboy, yes, I wonder whether you go for... I mean, Ryu is feeling really strong right now, but we saw how ready Soundboy was for the Ryu with the Ryan-Hart match. Now, maybe you think your Ryu is bringing a slightly different kind of energy that you think is going to contest with Soundboy, or do you just play a different style to play around that V-skill stuff? I'm really curious to see how that ends up developing. If you guys are curious, we do have the Matcherino in the back. If you guys are curious of different ways to support things, the Salt S10 T7 is the coupon code. And then tomorrow we have the extended sets, the Saltmine sets, ranging from 1st to 3 to 1st to 10 sets, with Veggie and Phenom as the commentary team for tomorrow. So that's going to be a fun treat for all of y'all. So make sure that you are back here at 8 p.m. CET tomorrow for those sets. And then obviously there's the King of the Saltmine brackets on your Fridays, the single elimination King of the Hill style brackets, and you are currently watching of the regular ranking tournament series on the Sundays. We are in season 10, the extended season, week 7. Week 12 will be the finals. So definitely want to follow up on this. The season bisected by this balance patch that has turned the whole world on its head.
I hope Hurricane picks 11. I really want to see some 11. I know it's not advised in top 8 winners, but I really want to see some 11.
Yo, imagine if he picks 11 and it gives him Cammy.
Yeah, but it gives him the wrong V-skill and V-trigger. That would be awful.
That would be a real tragedy. Damn. Winterside Top 8. We are at the top 8. We are winding down. I hope that everyone has been having a good time. I see Maylin with the raid of 49. Thank you. There is the Cammy versus the Falk. Exactly the matchup that we would have anticipated.
Shout out to Mylin, playing dead character.
Alright,
Oh yeah, Hurricane versus Skills.
Yeah, the job of the four fills here is going to be to try to stymie the offense of this relentless wave that is Hurricane's Cammy. Already seeing the representation of that air fireball, but this whiff punishment from Hurricane?
I feel like these two have played so much that it's so fun to see how the meta develops between them every single time.
A lot of patience and respect here so far. Four fills showing the respect, ready to take the throw.
We trigger 2, V-skill 2 here from 4 fills. So he's going to have to either activate on hit or get the V-skill 2 out.
Okay, tech, but Hurricane has walked all the way back, but that's the kind of thing that you're going to absolutely make a mental note of if you're Hurricane. Dash in into some big damage.
The reversal, lovely from Hurricane. Not dealing with the plus frames there. Next hit wins from either player.
Oh, just shy of it, lives through the DP, but you feel kind of comfortable if you're four fills right now. The standing short, challenging the jump forward from Hurricane, and four fills taking the first round.
Four fills looking strong today, man. He's loving life with this new Falk.
Oh, jump in. You jumped in on a standing medium kick from Hurricane? Okay. Now you've got Hurricane back against the wall. Sure, he's going to walk you down and you're slowly going to lose this space, but all of that time until then, that's free time. That's your time.
Tried to get the V-skill 2 out, but Hurricane was having none of it. And the DP from the four fills.
You need to walk down.
Fills has to be so careful though. Hurricane with that V-trigger is very dangerous.
Jumping out, but unfortunately Hurricane was ready to challenge the landing there with the standing strong, and now this could be the beginning of a double dash. And with the Mario Kart,
good V reversal.
V reversal.
Ooh, no whip punish there from Fills, and he gets the DP. The four fills.
Four fills is so awake. All of these DPs challenging this air approach from Hurricane, and then the strength of the buttons on the ground making it difficult for Hurricane to start the offense there as well. It's how often do you see Hurricane struggling to contend with somebody's neutral?
Hurricane probably taking some time out here just to think, recompose.
Yeah, I would be shocked if we saw any sort of major change. I imagine it's just, like you said, taking the moment to kind of center yourself.
Hurricane does play a lot of characters in this game, so we could see him make a switch. Wouldn't put it past him, but I think he's just going to go back with Cammy. He is very good at this matchup.
As we are loading in to just get confirmation as to whether there was any sort of change. But I'm loving the energy that Four Fills is bringing to this right now. Just a fantastic sense of the ground game so far. Yep, still the Cammy, no change, just a breather. But Four Fills up one game here on Hurricane. Hurricane, the #1 seed in the ranking circuit right now. Entering week 7 here.
Good punish there on the forward heavy punch from Hurricane. And the activation,
Okay.
the forward field is so good at doing that consistently on hit.
Bringing out the DP straight away was Hurricane. Didn't want to give Four Fills the breathing room or the opportunity to continue pressing the offensive. And now Hurricane sitting in a decent position for maybe the first time so far in this set. Four Fills representing this air fireball here. Gets blocked, walk back out of the shimmy setup, and Hurricane finds the low forward hit confirm to close out the round.
Fight.
Wow.
Slow around so far.
Lovely
Ooh.
from Four Fills.
Even finding the hit confirm there.
Next
hit
hit
is
to the
stun.
front. Ooh, the jump from Hurricane.
Yeah, if Four Fills had been ready for the jump, loaded something behind that grab, that could have been the round, but Hurricane got away with it there.
Ooh,
Little
shimmy
micro
as
shimmy,
well.
a
Didn't want to
second
take the
micro.
throw.
Okay, this is tough. Second throw. Do I see 3? No,
Take
we
the
just see stand
throw.
short.
We're back. Season 3, baby. Take the throw.
Cammy wins.
Yeah, Four Fills dying, fully loaded, but didn't really have the opportunity to cash much out. And it is 1-1. Hurricane having taken that breather, obviously finding something different in the approach here.
You know, I feel like for the Four Fills, you take rounds like that because there are times when you're patient on defense and decide, you know, I'm just going to take this throw. And next time Hurricane might decide I'm going to do the throw baits and Four Fills might stay disciplined. So, you know, good information for Four Fills having a game up as well. And they've gone back to character select screen again.
Yeah, I know you had said that Four Fills has a Colleen. I feel like switching off of Falk, like, I don't know that there's anything that Falk is doing that is what I want to point to highlight what was different about that round. I think Hurricane just did a better job of maximizing his opportunities when he got in and was much more throw heavy than he was in that first game.
Yeah, I feel like the Four Fills can still feel confident in his Falk. It's not like he lost really badly in that second game. He's still playing really well. It's just down to what he feels more comfortable with now, as it is a 1-1 scenario.
Yep, still sticking with the Falk. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But 1-1 to make it to the winners finals here.
Round 1. Fight.
Charging that fireball, gets away with the jump in there. Does Hurricane, no anti-air.
Spinning.
So that was one thing that was really good for Four Fills in that first game, was how strong his anti-air game was.
Oh, blocked spiral arrow. That's gonna be big on him.
Okay. But you have one more guess at least? Okay, no, you weren't able to get a whole lot out of that. I cannot believe that Hurricane blocked that for even a second. Still alive? Okay. Air fireball to close it out, and set point here for Four Fills to put Hurricane down into the loser's bracket.
Four Fills' this Falk is so filthy.
It's so good. Some of these setups that we're seeing when given the opportunity, I'm just like, how? In what direction am I supposed to block at all? Take my hand off the stick.
His setups and his optimization with this character showing why he is the best Falk in the world. Undisputed.
Empty jump low from Four Fills. Empty jump low once again, finding the activation. Hurricane sitting with a life lead, but Four Fills in the driver's seat right this second. The reversal, that's good, if only just for the side switch, that's good from Hurricane.
Ooh, messes up with the needle punch.
Alright, sending out the mine. Oh, okay, finding the low forward activate into CA is Hurricane. Gonna
That doesn't
spend the
kill.
bar. Ooh. Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't go for the V-shift there for that setup.
Final round.
Not
Yeah,
sure
I mean,
what kind of
maybe,
punish Cammy gets there off of V-Shift. Off the CA.
Yeah, I'm not rightly sure. But so this is true set point now for both players. But 4Phil's, okay, fully loaded. Hurricane
Great
coming in
with
here.
punish from Hurricane.
Okay, that was a jump back, maybe an attempt at an air-to-air from 4Phil's, but a little late.
Nice
Oh,
reaction.
yes. That's what you need. Another great anti-air. This is the thing I said about the strength of that first game from 4Phil's was the great anti-air game. But now you're in as Hurricane. That throw game opened up. Oh no.
Into the game. Oh, this is huge. Is he gonna spend the CA here?
No, I don't imagine so. He wants a reset. There's one bar on the board from Hurricane using the V reversal to get out.
Next hit wins. And he just walks
so
forward
scary.
and throws him. Oh, that hurts.
Cammy wins.
That hurts. He was so focused on the air game, probably looking for EX Hooligan or an EX dive kick, that Hurricane just knew it and just walked forward and threw him. Great set from these two.
Yeah, and I mean, through the course of that set, 4Phil's continued to take the throw. And
Very disciplined,
Hurricane
yeah.
eventually, yeah. But damn, yeah. So Hurricane moving on to the winners finals, gets to play the winner of Problem X and Stop Reset Please. 4Phil's not out of it by any stretch. Drops down to losers to play the winner of Soundboy and Yus TTM. I'm like thinking through the possible Falk matchups that 4Phil's might have to play through the rest of the bracket to be like, what is this looking like? And what a world we live in where I'm seeing crazy high level Falk and I'm like thinking about the way these matchups can work. It is a different game right now. But you know what's not different? Problem X sitting in winner's side of top 8, facing down the barrel of winners finals. Only thing between him and winners finals is Stop Reset Please, who's had quite the run so far today as well.
The underdog story, I think, like a lot of people would say here. Looking at the names he's taken in this bracket, I'm seeing Just the Power, Boat Strike, Jones, Soundboy. Sorry, not Boat Strike, Just the Power, Jones, and Soundboy. 3 big names. Stop Reset Please has been going in a lot in this tournament. Can he take up Problem X?
Yeah, Bison, Poison. I mean, Bison is gonna... I mean, you have to weather the storm of that whip just like everyone else in the rest of the cast.
I do know that this is a matchup Poison players aren't necessarily fond of. Mystic hates it.
Round 1. Fight.
Well, I'm going to be curious to see how Stop Reset Please approaches it if that's the case. Already representing a whole lot of patience. Okay. First crouch fierce, first hit. Problem X so patient. Okay. Went for the Psycho Axe, but blown up.
Scissors. Big part of this matchup. Problem X knows the spacing that he needs to stand at to just pressure and bulldog his way in.
Both of these players, so much respect for the other's options right now. Problem X just walking out of range past the whip. Really looks like just choosing to go in behind the scissors.
Using the +1 there to get a down forward face.
Oh, okay, an attempt at a whiff punish, but a little late. V reversal with nothing. Okay,
Stop Reset
jumping
Please
back.
still not out of it now. He still has 2 bars and V-Trigger 1 on the table. And this is looking
Yeah, I mean,
very
this is-
uphill.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 2-touch situation with the last... Okay. If you throw the bottle, I mean, that's less damage on deck, but you got a bit of gray life, but only 15 seconds left on the clock. A deep jump in there, but you really don't have a whole lot left. Problem X spending the bar on the EX Psycho Blast to buy a couple of seconds remaining on the clock.
And he takes it. Problem X. First round went down to 4 seconds. This is going to be a long versus 2, I think.
Yeah, I think if this is the type of energy that we're going to see, Problem X obviously is willing to just go in on the strength of the scissors. If you're in that nebulous range where you're dealing with the whip, back out, scissors, play some stuff, back out. Stop Reset Please is going to have to either utilize that to force Problem X into the corner to run an offense, or stuff like this, finding the meter to create your own situations and then just maximize this.
Oh, catches a V-shift attempt. Problem X, ready for all your options.
Damn, the first time we see it represented, and it's blown up immediately. Problem X with the first game.
Problem with Bison is so good to watch.
One of my favorites. One of my all-time favorites. Makes me wish that I was able to play Dictator, but I'm just bad in general. That's going to be a recurring theme of when I say the characters look cool. I'm just bad. They all feel bad in my hands, but Problem X makes Dictator look so good.
Gets a clean jump in there.
Yep, and lots of corner carry here. There's the meaty stand roundhouse working out. Next hit is stun, and the shimmy gets it. Finding the knockdown, you're still stuck in the corner, has to V-reversal the EX scissors, but you're still dealing with this. Okay.
Problem in full control right now. This puts him at match point. Problem X changing gears, being a lot more aggressive this round, working out for him.
Yeah, I mean, he got that one big jump in, and then just all of the momentum swung around behind that. He didn't even need to back off and wait for the scissor pressure to open his stuff up. And now, seeing how patient and reserved Stop Reset Please is playing, we're seeing Problem X able to dash in. Jump ins again, whiff, but no whiff punish. Standing medium kick to keep him down. Problem X has him in the corner. This is looking so dominant for Problem X. Oh, V-shift, not punished this time, but you've still only got so much space. Dash forward from Problem X, trip jab confirm. Reversal through the EX blast, but just V-shifting back to cover it. Oh, I didn't even realize that it was V-skill 2. I hadn't even had to look, but EX blast V-skill 2 set up to close out the set. Taking it 2-0 over Stop Reset Please, and gets to move on to the winners finals opposite Hurricane.
That matchup looks so uphill. He didn't really even get to play.
I mean, there was the patience in the very beginning. We saw the super slow, methodical set in the beginning, where it was all about the scissor offense from Problem X as the means to get in. But as he got more and more comfortable, you could see that Stop Reset Please got less and less comfortable until eventually, yeah, he just wasn't able to play. It was like a defensive bot in training mode. It just, we didn't get to see a whole lot. And somebody, you had said that Mystic Smash isn't a super big fan of the matchup. I can kind of see why. It seems super difficult.
Yeah, Bison is usually really good against the zoning quotation mark characters in this game. So we're going to see El Clasico in winners finals. Hurricane versus Lord Problem X.
Yeah,
New season, more the same.
Yeah, while we wait to get started on this losers bracket with the invites, we do still have all those coupon codes there over on the Matcherino. It is Salt S10T7 that you can use to put that free 50 cents in. It is right there for you. You can use your Twitch or your Twitter or what have you to log in. I know that you've been loving all of this Street Fighter action, so please, while we were in the lobbies, take that little bit of time to show some love to the players and use up these codes. It is free for you. What won't be free, or what I hope is not free, is this matchup, Soundboy versus Yas. Question for me, are we going to see more of Yas's Ryu?
It would be interesting to see. I mean, Soundboy looks so ready for the matchup earlier against Ryan Hart, but, you know, Yas is a different style of player.
Yeah, I mean, what we saw when Ryan Hart brought in the Ryu against Soundboy is that it never really got the opportunity to start at all, and that back sway, the V skill 2 from Cody, such a great job of shutting down any of that fireball offense. So the question becomes, I mean, either character that Yus plays, right, does stick with the Ryu, yep. So what intensity do you bring? I mean, do you just trust that because there's going to be the backsway in some of these ranges where you would throw the fireball, do you instead cheat some space forward and try to, you know, walk in and get a closer standing strong to open up some plus frame offense? Is that maybe what you start to represent out the gate?
Soundboy already in, using that V skill 2 really well to get through fireballs from Ryu.
Working their way out.
Gets a clean
nice
jump in. This is the type of player as well that likes to sit on a life lead when he has and play the timer. He won't really just go in when he has a life lead, like a lot of other players.
Using the V shift there to get around the rock setup there was Yus. Oh wow, okay, sweep after the zonk for sweep activate. Oh, there's the command grab. But you have to deal with one more mix-up. The throw came before the block stun from the rock, and cleaning out the round was Soundboy. But I think Yus had a fairly decent approach to this matchup so far. It was just a question of Soundboy having these great reads on Yus's defensive tendencies. And there's the backsway once again, making it so difficult for you to use these fireballs in the traditional way that you have with these block strings, but the buffer off that stand fierce.
Yes, getting in a lot of these jump-ins now. Working his way in.
Oh, okay, the solar plexus causing a flip tech.
I do wonder how V-shift is going to impact this V-trigger from Cody.
Being really patient just outside of range for the back sways.
Soundboy just about getting rid of that pipe there. And he just EX zonks in, taking the round. Soundboy takes the first game. Don't sleep on him.
Cody wins.
He's so good. I'm continually impressed. And like, again, they buffed his character. He was already doing really good. But I think Yus has the possibility to make this work. I think there's a couple of spaces where he was throwing fireballs that were out of range of the backsway to really blow him up, but unfortunately it was just Soundboy was able to maximize the damage opportunities a little bit more. We didn't see that V-Trigger 2 really pan out a whole lot for Yus.
I think Yus is going to go back here now and go back to the old faithful Kin Masters. But I think this Ryu pick for Yus might help him in the long term. He is really optimistic about Ryu this season. So, probably something that he wants to at least test out in tournament setting.
Yeah, I mean, if he ends up as strong as people believe, and I think he's gonna, as people, you know, play him and realize that some of the systemic problems are still there, it's gonna stabilize, but he's certainly in a much stronger place, and maybe ends up stabilizing in a place that's worth keeping in your back pocket for matchups where you just need a really general tool set that functions. But yeah, Yus is going to bring out the Ken here.
Yeah, I think at the moment Ryu has that whole, he's new, everyone's seeing like the long list of buffs he got, and everyone's like, okay, maybe it's an over exaggeration of how good he will be, but it does look at first glance that he's going to be very strong this season. And here we go, Kin Masters. Just TTM.
if Soundboy is able to take this, this will be the second straight match that Soundboy has won, wherein his opponent had to make these character switches in order to deal with the risk generated by the V-Skill 2, finding the really dominant round here. Even the 1 DP from Yus gets blown up, ultimately leading to a sequence that puts Soundboy on set point.
Soundboy telling everyone in chat again, don't sleep on him, he's tired of it.
Left, right, same side. Oh my god, these anti-airs from Soundboy, so good.
Looking good here though, looking good to make it into the top 6 here.
Sitting medium kick.
Great anti-air again from Soundboy. Ready with these air approaches.
Oh, this is a tough spot for Yus. And is Soundboy ready for a DP? You see the walkbacks, fearful of it. Next hit is stun. The overhead gets it, and that's going to close it out.
Cody. Season 6 Cody.
Cody wins.
He's looking clean.
Looking
Man's already
super
in
good.
chat,
And
angry now.
angry.
Real mad, angry.
He's not him when he's angry. Yeah, so I mean, Soundboy, a really strong performance, moves on to play the 4 fills. Now, Cody versus Falk. It's going to make for a really interesting matchup. But before we get to watch that, we have the other bit of Winterside Top 8 in Bolt Strike versus Escudo.
We're going to see Vega versus Alex here, I think.
That would be my guess.
We have to say though, shout out to Yus, 7th place today. Good performance, showing off Ryu and Ken. I think he can use that to work on and come back next week for another push. But yeah, well played to Yus today. Thank you for entering.
Soundboy saying the matchup is pretty. It was bad for Ken, is worse now. I mean, that ends up a tough pull ultimately, yeah. But I'm sure we'll see Yus back next week. Claw versus Alex. Escudo's done a really great job. Another really good run through this bracket today. I'm double checking. I think Escudo was the one that sent Fawcett to losers. Yes.
Yep.
And then going down to the 4 fills up in the winner's side. But we also saw beating Pozaisto just before this to get up in here with a really strong ground game. Now, how is that strong ground game going to step to a character like Claw, piloted by a player like Bolt Strike? Already seeing a strong ground game. Okay, Bolt Strike representing that slide at that range already pretty early.
Bolt Strike showing off these throws early because he saw Escudo tech, so Escudo might be more willing to stop teching now. Boy, V-shift is there.
Oh my god!
Oh, V-break.
So that was interesting because it looked like Escudo might have been going for a setup, or is that just a generic activation route? But the V-shift keeping Bolt Strike safe. I was ready for Escudo to like go into the DDT and throw the recovery or something, but no, we don't quite see it.
Not sure if that would go through the V-break, to be fair.
No, I don't imagine so.
I think the V-break is like, people were saying the only thing that goes through is like armored moves.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like the V-trigger activation was early, but we still saw the slowdown, so there is the V-break. First round going to Bolt Strike. Going to the air a fair bit here is Escudo. Wants to challenge Claw in that space. Not really great anti-airs on deck for him. Using the V-shift into the V-break. Doesn't want to deal with any of this offense.
I love seeing that V-shift animation.
Drop plus frames, low forward, keep you from walking back. The anti-air V-trigger there from Bolt Strike into the CA.
Not quite dead, but
still
close.
alive.
Guess of the game. Overhead.
Isn't it always?
I don't even know what Alex could have really punished that with, even if he blocked that. It looks quite meaty.
Yeah, I don't rightly know. Maybe like jab VT and then hope something happens, but I don't know. That's looking super tough. Bolt Strike seeming really in control here.
It's gonna be interesting to see how Escudo adapts to this, though. He's been doing really good at this all day, of just adapting to his opponents.
I mean, that's one of the things that Bolt Strike is super good at, and especially when we get up towards, you know, your top 3 and your top 4, where you start running 3 out of 5s, it's even longer for him to make these adaptations. It's one of the best things about him.
That stand heavy punch spiking you down. Such a good change for Alex.
Right, the deep jump in there from Escudo. A little bit of Grey Life here from Bolt Strike, finding it, and now you're stuck in the corner. Ooh, crush counter lariat, but
version. Unfortunate there from Escudo.
oh, the up holding north out of the command grab. Bolt Strike has gotten a little too cute with that.
No escape. That's going to be the round for Escudo, coming back strong here.
Round 2.
Okay, that's the type of energy that you need to keep going with. But I think the thing is, a lot of that round swung Escudo's way because Bolt Strike made a couple of big aggressive reads, but Bolt Strike could make the adjustment to sit on his laurels once he has the life lead, and that's still going to be difficult for Escudo to get with. But Bolt Strike doesn't want to. He wants to keep this aggressive energy.
Well, he does have a game to play with here, so Bolt Strike might just go, let me see how well he is dealing with this, so that even if he does win this round and gets the game, I know what game plan's coming for the third game. So Bolt Strike does have that luxury on the side right now.
V-trigger out of the corner. Let's see now, big whiff punish.
CA, probably still not dead here.
Yeah, I think he's still alive. Yep, by exactly a hair. Do we see the Vega Classic again?
Goes
Dash up overhead? No, dash up low.
Final round.
Escudo tried to walk back out of that pressure there. Bolt Strike was not having it. He back. Bolt Strike is out here now, taking full control of this. Escudo jumps the command grab again. He has a read.
Oh, finding the anti-air. There's that spike again. Stay down on the ground. Meaty command grab from Escudo.
Wonder if Bolt Strike sticks to this command grab game plan, or if he now goes away from it as Escudo is holding up so much. Bolt Strike's still in a really good spot here, having a full V-trigger and CA to work with.
Oh no. Went for the command grab that time, and Bolt Strike was ready to challenge out. Are you actually dead on the Azuna drop?
Dead.
Yes, you are.
He was scared of the command grab yet again, and Bolt Strike picked up on that from the 2 times he held up, and this time he killed him for it. Great adaptations there from Bolt Strike. Taking it 2-0 over Escudo.
Yeah, so Escudo also out at 7th, but a great run today. Some really great matches.
Yo, I need to interrupt you both. Wait.
Oh my god.
Wait. Who did... Buff skill again! Guy, he spent like... Last time he spent 250, and this time he did spend 104 euros into the prize pool. Still
That's
needs...
ridiculous.
And his comment still needs more.
Wow.
Holy damn, buff skill! Thank you very much, man. And he also did spend 50 euro into the season prize pool. God damn, bro.
Damn, he really wants those skill buffs, huh?
He really wants the skill buffs.
Well, Reddit, use your
I
connections to
need to
Capcom.
disappoint you, but I'm not a Capcom employee.
You sure? I mean, Cammy keeps staying top tier.
Oh yeah, psh, don't tell them.
Sure about that?
Don't tell them. My Cammy buffs actually get through, you know.
So what you're saying is you just don't want Gil buffed.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't want everyone to know that the back channel exists.
He's probably gonna message Capcom and tell them that Cammy needs buffs.
Oh, emote only chat, huh? I see.
Emote only chat for the room.
Why
I hope
is-
everyone's having a... Go
Why
ahead,
is
sorry.
making Reddit say scammy 65k? That is a ripoff. That should be 10k.
What we clearly need to do is pool our resources together and unionize. Make something of like a hedge fund to ensure that he has to say scammy all the time.
Honestly, I would just save up points and make him say it 10 times in a row.
Oh my god, imagine. He'd be so mad. It'd be really funny.
Probably be fired.
Feel like it'd be worth it.
So now I believe we're going into losers round 8, which will be the Four Phils versus Soundboy.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited to watch for this one. That back sway as an answer to the air fireball is going to be potentially very interesting.
I guess it depends on the range that he jumps, because he may not be able
Yeah.
to get a punish on it.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how this ends up playing out. It's going to be really interesting. Both, I think, of every match that we've seen today, I feel like these are the two that are really sticking with me in terms of like really showing that, hey, you shouldn't have been sleeping on us before, and now our character's got the power boost. So we're here to make something happen. It is a shame that this is happening outside of the top 4. But this
Great
is all in service
performances
of making
from
sure
both.
that all of y'all get the best matches.
I'm not quite sure, but didn't Soundboy come second last week in the bracket?
Let's find out.
You are actually correct, and BradM is fired for not knowing it.
So now Soundboy probably going to try and go one better this week. Get that first place. Soundboy, consistent. Don't sleep on him.
Round 1.
Right. But Four Phils has been playing super well all day. Really showing that you need to be paying attention.
Yes, he went for V-Skill 1, Soundboy did. So that's really good against Falk's dive kick. Because he doesn't have to deal with the anti-airs or the guess, he just presses V-Skill, covers both.
Yeah, I mean, I had figured we would see the V-Skill because Fireball, the V-Skill 2 because Fireballs, but especially, you know, you called out the spacing on the air Fireballs and all that stuff. And it's not even like Akuma where she continues her forward trajectory with the air Fireball. So, oh my god, ready with the air-to-air as soon as he sees him go to the skies?
Cody's looking a bit ridiculous this season, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Soundboy, ready this season.
Somebody check the Metro Police Department, see what kind of stuff that they are pulling from their coffers for this. But Four Phils, okay, getting anti-aired off of the attempt at a jump in, but still empty jump low. Has CA on deck in the shimmy. That's going to be the stun on the next hit. Did you actually die because you bit in the shimmy?
No, he's not dead just yet. But the throw from the Four Phils.
Round 2.
It was Soundboy's until it wasn't. Soundboy really likes to represent that medium ruffian kick at round start position.
It's like an auto space thing. You can't really punish it. Gives him some free chip damage too.
If you tried to hold up at round start and go for the neutral jump, would you...
I'm pretty sure it would
come out
catch
fast
you out
enough
of
to
that too. I'm pretty sure the...
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Might be worthwhile to check though. It might have the same impact as Balrog straight. You can neutral jump it.
These air-to-airs, but walking back out of Soundboy's throw range is Four Phils, going for the Zonk activate. The meaty pressure goes for the rock. He's hitting some jab, seeing the activate from Four Phils. Look at all this gray life.
One touch from death here. The Four Phils. That's a punish. Clean. Soundboy takes the round. She still does have recovery on landing, guys. Even though she falls faster, she still does have quite a bit of recovery. So, Soundboy doing the right thing there, jumping forward and getting a full jumping punish there on the landing.
So Sunboy's doing such a great job of these air-to-airs as well, trying to find whatever way he can in order to deal with this air options from Forfills. Great anti-air there on the regular jump, but an anti-air answered back on the side of Forfills.
Sweep. Oh, he missed the command grab. V-ship from the Forfills. Smart.
Oh, the meaty low. Soundboy was holding some regular back. You have to deal with this corner pressure. These fireballs. You've still got the VT on deck. A big jump in.
The
one more gas.
Not learning from the last time. Paying heavily for that one. And again, oh, Forfills, you have to stop. He's ready.
He is threading that needle every single time.
That jump spacing from Soundboy is immaculate, though. It's not the easiest to jump over that new fireball from Falk.
So what becomes the answer there besides just not throwing the fireball? If you want to bait that, if you just neutral jump and you recover, do you have time to do an anti-air DP and catch Soundboy for trying to jump? Maybe make him have to do that jump a little bit later? Or is this already happening reliably?
He probably have to empty jump crouch face, to be honest, because Falk's DP is quite slow.
Starting the tick throw offense here is Forfills. Big counter hit confirmed. Into the stun. You see a cash out. Yep.
Dang, and the Forfills go to the cross-up medium kick that time. That's his little mix-up that he likes to do. Either he will go for the jump medium kick cross-up, or he will do the dive kick that stays in front.
Oh my god, just walking Soundboy down and getting the throw. Soundboy, I mean, that communicates to me that Soundboy's really watching for this air game, which makes sense because we saw how ready he was for all of these air fireballs from Forfills. But maybe that's the other half of the adjustment, is to refocus on this ground game.
Forfills showing that he's still not scared to throw out these air fireballs when he needs to, though. Lovely V-ship, but the rock still comes down and you have to block it. Great answer for that V-trigger though, from the Forfills. Showing how good the V system is again, V-ship system. There we go! To your question earlier. He baits it, he gets a C-ape on it.
There we are, that works. Blowing up Soundboy. And we could see, I mean, the ground game kind of also fell away from Soundboy just a little bit in that game. You see that there's still that reliance on answering that dominant tool of that air fireball. One game apiece, Forfills with the adaptations.
These two put it on a classic right now.
Round one. Fight.
One game apiece to get into the losers semis. Great whiff punish there from Soundboy.
That was clean.
Okay, the V skill from Soundboy went for the air-to-air, but a little, the spacing just not quite right. Oh my god, there it is again, the late jump. Soundboy's had the answer to the jumps here from Forfills, but has had so much else thrown onto the stack that it's slowly getting away from him.
It's a lot harder to jump over the neutral jumps and the forward jump air fireballs. Usually when she jumps back is your opportunity to get the jump forward. When she neutral jumps, it's a lot harder.
And there was the jump back fireball into it again, though. And the same situation we had seen previously of the fireball went for the jump over, but getting blown up with the DP. And now, set point here for the four Wills. The four Phils, I'm sorry. I saw all the Will Smith talk in the chat. Y'all set me up. Oh my god.
That's why he picked B skill 1, but a little late on that, and Forfills gets a full crush counter punish. Combos into that cheap. Falk is cheap now.
Okay, V shifting back, stun gone for Soundboy as a threat, but okay, using the V skill as a reversal.
Not taking that throw. That's what Soundboy said with that V skill.
Alright, going for the zonk, counter poking.
Forfills are just looking for one touch here in CA.
Yeah, you can afford to play this patiently here. Oh,
gets
the
him a
anti-air.
cannon.
Handle this.
Oh, the fulfills. One touch from winning the set now.
Over there.
Are we gonna see charge a fireball, jump back, and do it again? No, he's
He's
not even charging a
right
fireball.
now. Falk's hand isn't glowing, so he's not charging at the moment.
So content.
And the V reversal. Soundboy has to make this work with no V trigger. He gets the jump in.
Okay.
Oh, not fast enough to make anything come of it. And the fulfills takes it.
Falk wins.
I mean, as it feels like everything that Soundboy had in that first game that showed how ready he was for this matchup just slowly got away from him once the four fills made the adaptations, reopened that ground game, and just piled on enough stuff to the mental stack that Soundboy's definitive answers became just a little more nebulous around the edges.
Still well played from Soundboy today. Comes in 5th place, joint 5th. So another great performance from him. Consistent top 8 back to back.
I'm actually happy.
Yeah,
A lot of players lost points.
That's not a good thing, Redis.
That is a good
Yeah,
thing.
no.
I
That
like
means the
it.
points go to the points go to the people that voted on fills. They're gonna get more points for that.
Yeah, true. But on the other side, a lot of people also lost points.
Oh yeah. Hopefully your
Right,
your Kami supporters got the points from that.
Yeah,
Not the other way
Right.
around.
My guess is Redis is happy as long as no one ever gets to the magic number of 65k points.
So
I see that
we
80.
reached the goal of $150 today. That means the top 3 will get paid out, but we still have codes left. So if you want to support the players, the code is Salt S10T7.
You should absolutely do that. Please use up all those codes. It is free money, but it also does not go anywhere if the code does not get used. And thanks
Now
once
we're
again to
gonna
Buff
have-
Gill.
We're gonna have Stop Reset Please versus Bolt Strike. So we did actually see Stop Reset Please play Just the Power earlier in the bracket, and he was able to come out there with a 2-0 win. And now we're gonna see Stop Reset Please versus Bolt Strike.
Yeah, I mean, the question is going to be, what is the different energy that Bolt Strike brings to the table? How well do you adapt to this particular claw? I mean, it's not one-to-one, right? You're operating at a point, the caliber of play that we look at when we get to these top 8s, even before the top 8s with the caliber of play you see in Saltmine. But the character matchup is part of it, but you also need to be engaging with that player matchup.
Going to be really interesting to see how both of these players approach this matchup now. Still first to 2, guys. I believe it is a first to 2 all the way down to top 4. So this will be the last first to 2 game of the day.
Without star, right?
Round 1. Fight.
Right, how do we start this out? Does Bolt Strike elect to be the aggressor, or do we see him try to go onto the back foot? No, it does look like he's the aggressor, taking the dash-ins really aggressively here, but just kind of hoping that through the scrambles he'll be able to find the frames to start something. Empty jump baits the anti-air, and now just like that, you're in the corner.
What a treat. I see.
An anti-air there from Bolt Strike, represented Stop Reset Please. On the back foot here in terms of the life. VT already activated, a crush counter here from Bolt Strike.
Very good control here from Bolt Strike in the neutral. Taking this life lead and making Poison have to come to him. Has also the ability to do slide activate anytime he wants to get out of this corner.
Only 40 seconds left on the clock, using the VT activation as an anti-air and cleaning out the round meterless to take this first round into the set.
Both looking good here so far. And the Stop Reset Please, getting the first bit of offense in this round.
Okay, the stance cancels here from Bolt Strike, catching Stop Reset Please unaware. Plus turns up the heart rate, doesn't bother spending the V gauge to get out of it, content to just deal with the mix-up.
A lot of players are now happy to just hold the +1 compared to before.
Oh my god, dash in, low short, now the offense is starting, finding the throw, you're stuck in the corner, the unblockable.
Yes, for the game. Great jump in to bait the V reversal. Bolt strike takes the first game.
Man, that was such a great aggressive sequence from the low short, confirm, pushing all the way into the corner, the unblockable, and then getting the setup for that bait on the V reversal. Just looking clean, like a highlight reel. First game on the board.
So I love about watching Bolt Strike, he's so knowledgeable about matchups. Definitely spends a lot of time in the lab learning specifics for his character in every matchup in the game.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, what is Stop Reset Please going to bring to the table? I feel like Bolt Strike got away with dashing in and really opening up this offense a lot, so I feel like maybe Stop Reset Please needs to be a little bit more aggressive, but maybe representing the heal drop is not the best part for that. It's weird, you need to be the aggressor, but you also don't really want to deal with being minus at range 0, because that's kind of where Bolt Strike is aiming for here.
Really pins him in this corner right now, Bolt, and he's happy to just chip away at his life.
Real strong shimmy. Oh wow, the standing jab making purchase, keeping Stop Reset Please alive.
Bolt Strike just stopping any momentum there with that V reversal, saying we'll go back to mid-screen, play this neutral, I have the life lead. Stop Reset Please has to really make something happen here to even get back into this round.
Oh, tried to get a little cheeky with the whip stance forward, but Bolt Strike was ready with the challenge. Has CA on deck, gonna cash it out just to clean out the round, and we are at set point for...
It's gonna be interesting to see how he adapts here, yeah. Bolt Strike here taking that throw early from Stop Reset Please. Air throw, don't jump out the corner. I'm holding this now. Gets that jump.
This is really tough.
The Discord stream was dead. I was watching from my stream.
Vega wins.
I
Man,
messaged you, we were maintaining the illusion, Redis.
trying my best, man. And Bolt Strike takes that 2-0 with a Stop Reset Please. Great run today from Stop Reset Please. Very strong performance with that poison. Unfortunately, comes out of 5th place, joint 5th. Bolt Strike moves on to the bracket to fight the 4 fills and lose the semis.
Yeah, I mean, Stop Reset Please had a really fantastic run. I think in terms of dealing with Bolt Strike, it was just... Bolt Strike's ground game is so good, and he was so effective at alternating between poking you down, but then also dash into the stand short, and you... I think as Stop Reset Please, you just needed to really be firing on all cylinders, comfortable checking those dashes to keep him stuck at that, you know, farther range. But, you know, short of that, Bolt Strike really was just able to get in and get things started just a little slow on the uptake. And that's kind of those inches that are going to be the difference maker between winning and losing that set. So Bolt Strike gets to move on, and it looks like we are jumping up for the winners finals. Hurricane and Lord Problem X.
El Clasico. I don't know how familiar you are with football. I know you guys call it soccer over there. But this is the Real Madrid versus Barcelona of the Saltmine League. Hurricane and Problem X. We're probably going to see Cammy Bison here. Unless Problem decides to go with Abigail.
That'd be interesting. I wonder. I don't know. I don't recall how he would have made that selection into Hurricane before this season.
I know they play a lot of Abigail Cammy. I'm not sure if this season has changed anything with that. Not sure if he's still going with Abigail, or if he's gone back to Bison. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Always Abigail, says people in the chat. Yeah, that was my kind of thinking in the moment, but I don't know whether anything about the patch would make you challenge that and continue forward with the Bison just to try it out, to reevaluate. Maybe they've played so far in casually or on the net play, up until this point to have experienced it. Yeah, there's the Abigail.
Abigail. I do wonder what this matchup is going to look like this season with V-Shift.
Round 1. Fight.
Maybe we get to find out. Hurricane versus Problem X, 3 out of 5. Our winners finals. Problem X making the switch to Abigail for the first time on stream today.
Oh, we went for the crouch face anti-air. This is something that I'm not sure about, but I wonder if the jab anti-air nerf affects Abigail in this matchup, because previously he would use a lot of jabs to keep her out of the air.
Oh man, going for the standing reset post stun there, it looked like, and Hurricane one touch away. The standing short tick into throw. Hurricane with the first round pretty quickly, just off of, yeah, to your point, that anti-air getting blown up.
Cammy is so strong when she gets going.
Playing a little bit slower this time as Hurricane. Okay, checking the forward dash, that was Problem X. No anti-air again. Oh my god, the changes to the anti-airs look like they could be a really big deal here. Oh, but blowing up the spiral arrow.
Abigail still has the V-Skill 1 that he can use if he has the read or crouch fierce, as Problem tried to go for earlier. So it's not like he completely has no answers, but the jabs definitely will hurt.
Crouching short buffer. Hurricane, yep, going for the VT activation, standing strong. Oh, straight into the throw after the fact, and punishing the V-shift. That's going to be stun on this next hit.
Dead.
Minimum scaling on CA, I think he is.
Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord, that is Abigail health.
My word. Hurricane was already in the sky when the V-shift came out. Problem X betting the bar on the new mechanic to try to get a little bit of room, and it came up empty. The roulette reel rolled on Delta Red and paid out for Hurricane on that first game.
I want to go on a limb here and say that he probably did that V-shift as a read in case he did V-trigger dive kick to get the avoid and then punish the landing frames. But Hurricane showing what happens if you just empty jump. Oh no, sorry, not empty jump, just do regular jumping. So it isn't just an easy answer. Crouch face again, trades.
I mean, even at the trade, if it's going to give you that knockdown there, like, you still get frame advantage, so that's not awful.
Yeah, and obviously as well, Abigail has really good health. Cammy is at 925, so Abigail would take trades in this matchup all day, as long as he has a life lead.
Oh my god, the early crouch fierce catching Hurricane on the up and up. Uh-oh.
He's in the corner now. This is where it gets dangerous for Problem.
V-reversal from Problem X. No whiff punish on the V-skill. Made the attempt. Oh, no. That's a shame. The back throw from Problem X putting Problem back in the corner, but Hurricane backing off just enough as a result of it. Is that going to be guaranteed chip kill? Yes, it is. A round on the board for Problem X.
But now he goes in there now with no meter, so Hurricane might think, okay, that's not too bad for me. Problem with such good control of the neutral in this matchup. You can tell these two play a lot, just from how they approach this matchup.
Nice challenge after the whiffed dive kick, and then armoring through the subsequent jump. Ooh, great tech for Problem X. There's the VT activate from Hurricane. Oh no! Gets clipped meaty out of the situation there.
Oh, and he takes the round. Problem X. Great control of that second game.
Yeah, that was pure neutral. Really good. 1 game apiece. And the longer this goes, I mean, Problem X is going to feel more and more comfortable with the anti-airs. Even if the anti-airs trade, like we talked about, it still ends up being decent for Problem X. I think if you're Hurricane, I mean, maybe you need to, all right, using the standing medium kick already, which is maybe going to open up the ground game enough for dash-in pressure, but no, a bad attempt at a jump-in dive kick getting blown up.
Great DP anti-air from Hurricane. Ready. Raw jump in there from Hurricane.
Counter hit confirms from Problem X.
Regular DP Hurricane.
Wow. Man's felt confident. Okay. Defensive crouch fierce into activate. The V shift into the V break, followed by another V shift just to stabilize the situation a little bit from Problem X. V trigger almost gone. The V shift not quite getting blown up. That was the same situation we had seen previously, but Hurricane wasn't ready with the follow up, but got caught reaching, and Problem X loses his life for it. A round on the board for Hurricane.
Man, when Cammy has that V trigger, it's so scary. Because the next layer to it now is you've seen him doing the V shift, he might stop, and then you just start doing your dive kicks, taking your plus frames or getting the conversions.
Cashing out the CA for an early 50% lead here is Problem X, but now you've got the VT activate on deck from Hurricane, and like you just said, that's the fear. There's the activation.
Takes the throw, smart throw to take.
Does standing strong and a crouch fierce from Cammy combo and counter hit?
Not sure, I think so.
Because Hurricane goes for it every time he wants the activation. He's going for it.
I think he's just happy to get it on hit or block at that point.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
and
my
again,
thinking.
blows up the V shift. Okay, thanks for confirming, chat. It does count.
Yeah, thank
combo.
you. Right.
And that's
Yeah,
going to be 2-1.
Yeah, that was my thinking. I was like, is this just I'll go for the meaty stand strong and then crouch fierce activate is my best de facto option, but no, it does the counter hit setup as well. Hurricane on the board, 2-1 up over Problem X in this winners finals.
This V shift against V trigger dive kick does not look good risk reward wise, because if she just regular jumps, she gets so much damage. It gets counter hit damage. It's crazy.
It's really looking difficult here, and I mean, think about the fact that a lot of these options are maybe getting played up, at least in part because of the loss of the jab anti-air. Obviously, Problem X has these other anti-airs on deck that he's representing, but you know, trying to figure out how your new pieces fit onto the mental stack and stuff is not coming up super pretty all the time.
I respect that Problem keeps going for it though, because if he does make the right read and Hurricane goes for the V-trigger dive kick, then he's going to be rewarded pretty heavily for it. And that fear alone is probably what he's trying to implement in here.
Dealing with this offense in the corner. Goes for the throw that time to Hurricane, but Problem X teching. Slowly inching their way out of the corner. There's V-Trigger on deck for Problem X, which we've not even really seen because it's been
so unfortunate.
Really walking Hurricane all the way back out. Empty jump into low forward activate. Only 15 seconds left on the clock approximately. Problem X needs to make something happen. There's for the VT activate. Big counter hit.
Yes to the game. Oh, wow.
Oh! no, he doesn't get a punish. Oh, bet.
Wow. Unfortunate from Problem there that whiffed. And now Hurricane's on match point.
It's a real shame. On the timeout, it was so close. Hurricane gets counter hit out of the startup of a dive kick. Problem X with the super preemptive poke to blow up that airspace.
You see Problem having to use a lot of the Abigail Wiper in neutral just in case he does an early jump dive kick. There's the V skill one. The parry jump in from Problem.
Okay. Crouch Fierce activate once again from Hurricane. Backdashing out, wants to get a little bit more advantageous position. Problem X sitting on a life lead. Hurricane fishing for some whiff punishment.
Great whiff punish
There
from
it is.
Hurricane. Stand heavy punch into V-trigger spiral out.
Oh my god, trip guarding with the low short from Abigail.
Can't V-shift now if Hurricane does a dive kick though. And there it is. Great patience from Problem. Hurricane thought he would tech. Problem just waited for the stand heavy kick to whiff and then punished him for that.
Okay, still on the board. Here's Problem X, but this is still set point for Hurricane, and Hurricane is fully loaded. Problem X doing a great job of keeping this matchup slow. But Hurricane's adapting almost this more of like a hit and run style strategy. Getting in, getting a couple of pokes, getting out, trying to find the right exact moment to get started. Right. Pressure here from Problem X. There's the activation.
Oh wow. Great whip punish again from Hurricane. Such a dangerous position now though.
This is really one touch for either of them.
Oh,
I think Abigail's still alive with the Abigail health.
He got the tech out of him and it's guess for the game now. Go for it. Oh, dang, I respect it. Unfortunate there from Problem. Hurricane moves on into Grand Finals winner's side.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it had to be represented. That was like the first time that it was going to come out. You had to ensure that Hurricane was thinking about it. But Hurricane smelled the blood in the water and backed off for it. Problem X drops down into the losers finals to play the winner of the 4 fills and Bolt Strike.
That was an excellent set from both. Hopefully we get to see that again. But I think whoever goes into advances to play Hurricane in Grand Finals, it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, and you know what else is great is the great showing of all of you, because I'm seeing it in the chat, the understanding that the coupon codes are gone. Y'all came through. Y'all showed the love that we wanted to see, so thank you so much. There is still more that can be done if you want to find other ways to pay into this. There are going to be the sponsor quests, which you can also participate in to put a little bit more money into the pot if you feel so inclined. We've hit the $150 cutoff, as Rita's described, so the top 3 are going to get paid out for this one, which means this match is to get into the money. 4 fills and Bolt Strike.
So I'm assuming we're going to see Vega versus Falk here from these two. I know last season Voltrack didn't really like this matchup too much, so with Falk getting better, I'm not sure if he's going to maybe consider going to maybe Urian here for this.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what we end up seeing. I feel like if you're feeling comfortable, you can just go with Vega, but here's another thing to think about, right? Is like Vega's anti-airs already aren't super great, and now Falk has this additional layer to the air approach with these air fireballs. Do you want to deal with that at all? Are you content maybe to just slide under the fireballs and then try to deal with the scramble after the fact?
Yep.
Or you just go with the Urian?
Goes with the Urian. That's a smart choice. He didn't like this matchup last season. He makes the right choice here by changing. Falk is a lot better this season as well.
Alright, both of them trading V-skill activations at round start. Right
He's
out
going with the
gate.
faster route here of V-Trigger 2 as well.
Oh yeah, he did. Interesting. I wonder, I mean, can you like armor through the fireball if she does an air fireball and punish her on landing?
I'm pretty sure that's what he's going for, yeah. And he's using the V skill 1 as well, so he's getting that extra armor.
Yeah, Mans wants the armor through the fireballs, and I can appreciate it because that's been one of the really impressive things that we've really been seeing. Forfil's just taking up a crouching position, though.
I really love what Bolt's doing right now. Bolt is charging this beat skill 1, and then doing headbutt over the fireball so that he builds V-meter on whiff.
No, you're absolutely right. Look at how little life Bolt Strike has lost, and yet he's about to get V-trigger anyway.
So
the
smart.
anti-air from...
Ooh, no punish, but still ready with that V-trigger 2 here, Bolt Strike.
The anti-air once again from Forfils. Oh, right into the CA?
Handle this.
Still alive.
That's really smart for the Forfils because even if Bolt Strike had gotten to activate, having no life to armor through anything Falk does is important for him here.
Yeah, and that jump back from Forfils was smart there because EX tackle into activate, always a risk. Bolt Strike went a little bit too hard aggressively there and wasn't quite going to get it. So first round on the board for Forfils.
Not sure if he had a read on a Falk throwing out a normal with that tackle, but unfortunately Forfils was really patient for Bolt Strike. +3 after that a orb explosion. Forfils knows so much about this character. He's such an expert with this character. And that's going to be the stun and the game.
Yeah, at this point, if you're on Falk, I feel like you have to assume that your player knows their stuff, right? Like, there are certain characters where you see them, and it's like, they're going to know this character inside and out. And Falk is one of those characters, and Forfils is very clearly one of those players. The first game on the board, Bolt Strike's first round there was really good, but it got away from him. That second round was all Forfils.
I love watching the Forfils play this character. It's so intriguing what he comes up with every time. He spends a lot of time on his stream labbing as well.
Okay. Back into the lobby. Is Bolt Strike switching into the claw, or is this maybe a V-gauge change? Maybe it's just a breather.
I think he may end up going back to the claw here. The Urian didn't look too bad in the matchup. It just looked like he hasn't played it as much, so he's not quite ready with it yet.
Let's do this.
All right, well, we're going to have to see one game up here for Forfils. This is losers semis, getting into losers finals. Problem X waiting opposite the room. It's like the Elite Four run at this point. You got to get to Problem X, and then still waiting up top is Hurricane. So we still got plenty of matches here for all y'all. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks all nearly 750 of you. And the coupon codes are gone too. You're feeling the love. Thanks everybody for coming through.
You guys are coming in big today.
Yeah, okay, we do see the switch to the claw.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. He's going with V skill 2, V trigger 1 as well.
Right, immediately going to the air though is Forfils. We didn't really see the air very much from Forfils in the Urian matchup, but jumping straight away against the claw. Oh my god.
Bolt Strike has a lot more of a conservative Urian than you'd be used to seeing. He likes to try and play on the ground as much as possible. And that's a perfect wow. You see now why he didn't want to play this matchup. Falcon can really oppress Vega. He struggles against a lot of the zoning characters in this game.
This is something else. Now bringing out that air fireball. We didn't even need to see it represented in that last round. The slide gets checked, sending out the mine. Just walking down behind it. Has to go to the air. Does Bolt Strike? No anti-air, but Forfils isn't that worried. There's the anti-air that time.
Her being able to now jump backwards or jump and get that faster air fireball and still anti-air is such a huge change for her.
Handle this.
I assume still alive. No, not.
No,
I feel like I never see this. I feel like I never see the CA kill people because it just doesn't feel like it does enough damage. But damn, Forfils with a clean game. I mean, do you have another? Do you have another answer? Bolt Strike.
I think the Urian was the smarter choice here, but you know what? He's more comfortable with Vega. If he's played Vega the most in this game's lifespan, I think he's going back to the Urian. That looked brutal.
That was, I mean, the Urian seemed not polished and like not great, but at least there was something there. The Vega, I don't think Bolt Strike got to do literally anything. Four Fills absolutely oppressed.
Yeah, we really are seeing why he didn't want to go with that matchup originally. I don't think the Urian looked bad at all. I just think that he didn't get started. He didn't get to activate that V-trigger that he was building towards throughout the game. But it's going to be interesting to see what Bolt Strike comes up with here. Maybe back to Urian? Or V-Skill 1 on Vega? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I am not of the opinion that a V-Skill change is going to do as much to change the flow that was that last game.
Yeah, I would go back to Urian personally here.
There's some deliberation as to whether... Yeah, it is the Urian. VT2, V-Skill 1, same selection.
Fair enough.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, Four Fills up 2-0 right now. Is Bolt Strike going to be able to change something about this in order to make this happen? The Urian's already was beaten for that first game.
Falk's air game is so hard to deal with sometimes. Especially with that new air fireball and the dive kick she has, it can be really tricky to contest Falk's air game now.
Okay, challenging the jump with the anti-air there was Four Fills. And there's already, I feel like this is now a third different approach to this matchup here from Four Fills. The first game was all crouch shots. The second game went to the air a lot more. Now we're seeing a lot of walking down, more of a ground game. But Bolt Strike here in a strong position in the corner. A standing short check.
This orb, he has to respect this orb as well. He doesn't really have the life to armor through now. The Four Fills has gotten him into a position where if he tries to armor through a normal, he might be dead because of the armor changes that happened a season ago.
Yeah, this is tough. Tries to get through the mine. Oh, bets it all on black, and it does not come up. Four Fills on set point opposite Bolt Strike. Looking like a clean sweep so far. The confidence in the spacing of all of these options from Four Fills is so good.
I think Bolt Strike is also realizing that the Four Fills is focusing a lot on the air game, and he's going towards the dash game a lot more now because of it.
Manages to get out the mine and then still duck the sphere. See the VT activate from both. Ooh, the crouch fierce not connecting because Four Fills floats in the air a little bit with that air fireball.
He got very unlucky. He did EX Chariot on a hit to activate, but Falk was too far to get any conversion from. That CA, wow. Is he dead? Is he dead? This CA does a lot of damage. Good Lord Almighty.
Clean sweep. Bolt Strike blowing up the air knee drop. Or I'm sorry, getting blown up for the air knee drop opposite Four Fills. I see y'all in the chat. I see y'all in the chat talking about Falk top 10, Falk busted. No, I mean, it's Four Fills. Let's not take the credit away from the player. The character got buffed, but the player still has to pilot it.
Look, in Europe last season, everyone hated Falk before she got buffed. Everyone thought she was like at least mid-tier. Now she's buffed. Europe already hated Falk because of the Four Fills. Now it's going to be something else. So
we're some hipster Falk haters, apparently.
So that sets,
so that sets Bolt Strike out just shy of the money at fourth. Lord Problem X and Four Fills coming down the barrel on these losers finals. Thanks everybody who has been tuning in so far. We have a fantastic top 3 to bring you, but if y'all are liking what you're seeing today, there are 3 shows a week from the Saltmine League. You don't have to just watch on Sundays. We got the King of the Saltmine on Friday, and tomorrow at 8 p.m. CET, that is Monday, we got the Saltmine sets. The first to 3, 5, 7, 10, etc., whatever you want these long form sets to be. And you know who's talking over it tomorrow is Phenom and Veggie, some fun guest commentators coming at you tomorrow on the Saltmine League. We just wanted to make sure that y'all knew, so you know to follow Saltmine League on Twitch and on Twitter so that you can know everything that's coming down the pipe and all the stuff that they're bringing. The King of the Saltmine will be back on Friday as well. Obviously, last week was the Only Dance tournament. And then this is the show you're watching now. Obviously, the Sunday show, the King of the Saltmine League, ranking open bracket. Week 7 out of 12 this week. First week of the new patch. And the more things change, the more they stay the same. Problem X and Hurricane in the top 3, but 4 fills on that Falk. Rounding out the top 3 as we sit here in these losers finals, waiting for Problem X to come into the lobby.
I'm going to be really interested to see how this matchup goes. Now, I know Bison gives Falk a lot of troubles historically throughout this game. Falk players have hated fighting Bison. Bison can pretty much just V-skill that air fireball, and it usually gives her stress. But now, it might be a bit interesting. It might change. The matchup might have changed a bit with V-Shift as well.
Yeah, maybe. And then, I mean, on the one hand, you know, Bison lost the jab anti-air to deal with some of the stuff, but I mean, his air-to-airs are already like really good. So how is he going to be able to contest with this new change in the air fireball approach that Falk is able to bring to the table?
I don't think the air crouch jab was ever a factor in this matchup for Bison. I think he would always go for air-to-air or just V-skill.
Round 1.
V-skill one?
V-skill would, yeah.
Yeah.
Fight.
Fourfield's already showing a lot more of an aggressive approach here.
Oh, a great whiff punish on the Psycho Axe.
Back throw. There you go. V-skill 1 gets in.
See, that's tough. That I mean, just seeing that one interaction is like, oh, cool. So there is exactly why they're gonna dislike this matchup.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Fourfills is gonna play this matchup this season or if he just wants to experiment with it since it's the first tournament, because he usually picks Colleen in this matchup.
Right, out of the corner there with the Devil's Reverse, the head stomp from Problem X. Sitting on a very healthy life lead right now. Fourfill's trying to advance behind that mine, but look at the clock. There is only so much that Fourfill's can...
definitely has the comeback factor here with that V-trigger too. It has great damage and stun potential.
Yeah, but if you want to do that, you have to find the hit. Going in behind that mine, 15 seconds left on the clock. Problem X really trusting this defense.
Great hit
Oh,
confirmed
but that's
from
the
Phil.
hit.
All or nothing here. Oh, this might be dead.
Punishes the V-shift. 2 seconds left on the clock. Into the stun, but he's going to take too long to recover.
Unfortunate. Oh my word.
Wow. Fourfills on the cusp of it, but the stun preventing the quick rise is what ruins it. But of course, Problem X wasn't going to quick rise in that situation.
Dang, that was so unlucky.
Problem X back at the corner, dashing forward behind the strength of that EX Psycho Blast.
Hopefully, stay with a little bit of a life lead now.
Finding the Psycho Axe reversals through. Fourfills doesn't want to deal with the plus frames.
Fourfills has to be very careful here of Bison Cycle Crusher if he takes to the air.
Right, V reversal from Fourfills. Another really slow match. Problem X is so content to play this really patiently.
This is going to be huge damage.
That truly feels like the difference maker, right? Because even if you don't kill, 30 seconds left on the clock, you do find the kill. You don't need to look at the clock. Gonna close it out that first game, but like, let's say you didn't find the kill, right? And you just reset back to neutral, 30 seconds left on the clock. That's almost identical life situations.
That was such an unfortunate first round for 4Fills, but the second round was so convincing from Problem. Just negated every approach that he had, really.
Round 1.
Wow.
And I think that's a big problem with Falk's V-Trigger too, is that you still need to get the activation on block, on hit, sorry. You can't just activate on block and then force pressure like a lot of other V-Triggers in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, this is maybe the first time that we've really seen so far that we've been watching 4Fills here in this top 8, where it's looked like 4Fills has not been able to be the one that dictates the pace of the matchup.
Problem's so good at that, and just controlling that pace.
Using V-Shift so much as well as X.
Unlucky there for Fills. He would have gone into V-Trigger activation and that connected.
Empty jump low. There's the activation. Bar here goes for the throw. Okay, just backing off.
Lovely from
Overextend
Fills.
baits the slide.
Read the slide and just went for the overhead. Dodged it.
The level of play that these players are playing at mentally, oh my god.
Reads are clean in this set so far.
Okay, there's the V-skill stalked for Problem X. Alright, getting the one dash in behind it. Are we gonna see? No, goes for the EX head stomp. I thought
Great
maybe we'd
anti-air there
see.
from Fills.
Oh, there's the air-to-air. The target combo, now you're stuck in the corner. What's the pressure gonna be? Walk back roundhouse, has the V reversal, does 4 fills. Slide activate.
He shifts into the back throw. Lovely there from Fills. Great option. Cross up Psycho Crusher.
Has the V reversal once again, but this is still, I mean, you've got your CA with all this gray life. This is still a one-touch game for you. You just need to weather the storm. The anti-air Psycho Crusher working out?
I wish Fills had just done CA there and anti-air that Devil's Reverse. That would have been so hype.
The mine is set up. Problem X, okay, whiffing a blast like that, if he's brave enough to do it another 1 or 2 times, he gets a bar, and then maybe he can throw out an EX blast, but he doesn't need to do anything, especially if you're gonna V-skill the fireball. There's the 1 bar. 20 seconds left on the clock. 4Fills needs to make something happen.
Has to be so careful with Problem doing just a normal scissors like that. Yep, can't walk forward. Bison.
Final round.
1 round apiece.
Fight.
Oh, a nice whiff punish.
Good interrupt from Problem.
You already see Problem X not following up off of that Psycho Axe has been conditioned a little bit to give 4Fills the space, because 4Fills had represented that DP a couple of times. Late jump in.
Gets the activate now. 4Fills has gotten the most mileage when he has this V-Trigger active to him.
Okay. Gets the throw. Solid pressure game in the corner.
That's the round.
Ooh.
4Fills. Bringing it back.
Yeah, it looked like he blew up the startup of a Crouch Fierce anti-air, so working out wonderfully for him. 1 game apiece.
That's the increased speed that they gave that overhead in V-Trigger 2.
Looks like taking a little bit of time in between rounds this time,
Round 1.
but no fundamental changes. I don't think there really needs to be changes. I mean, certainly not for Problem X.
This is going to be a very long press for 3, I think.
Yeah. Both of these players willing to let the clock run all the way down. Big, meaty stand roundhouse, getting the flip tech with the stand jab. Oh, crush counter for 4Fills, though. Just shy of V-Trigger activation here for 4Fills, which, as you said, has been the big difference maker in this set, is his ability to maximize that resource.
Great punish there from Problem on the air fireball. You can see like how much V gauge Problem has already for V shift, or if he wants to try and build that V trigger too.
Oh my god, this pressure in the corner. Oh, the back throw caught reaching. There's the V-trigger activation from 4Fills, and you've got the activation in the corner, so this is your opportunity to maximize this. Caught reaching with
dead.
the V-skill. Into CA with minimum scaling, I think you're right.
I see this on 4Fills' stream every single day. That man was dead.
Oh,
I like to call it the number pad combo.
Round 2.
4Fills
look at
is
that.
godlike.
That was a Twitter combo. That was, oh my god, look at this. Falk can kill you off of one reset with full resources and VT.
He spends a lot of time practicing those things in optimal situations, so I'm really happy to see him implementing it in tournament.
I mean, it's so hard to have the muscle memory to pull that out when it really counts, and it's a testament to the caliber of player that 4Fills is to be able to do that. Oof. Alright, slide activate from Problem X.
Punish?
They cancel
Yep.
Psycho Crusher, stays. Okay.
And then comes the V-trigger 2 again. Great punish on the grounded shot from Problem X. He's dead again.
Oh my god.
It's not done. Handle this.
The whiff punishment. Phils is slowly tuning into the frequency. Man's found the vacuum tube, fixed the old AM radio, and he's tuning into the frequency.
Nuts. 4Fills on this character is insane. You gotta put some respect on Phil's name this year.
Damn. 2 games to 1 on Problem X. A little bit of time in between the rounds again, but continuing forward, no major changes. What's the change that Problem X needs to make here? I feel like 4Fills is just kind of finding either big crush counters or like back throws in the corner. Like, there's been a fair bit of Problem getting back thrown out of his offense into the corner, and 4Fills opening up a whole lot off of that.
Having that V-trigger too, which then gives you a genuine mix-up of throw or that overhead, which is also a throw bait, is so strong for Falcon. 4Fills uses that mind game so well. He will throw you a lot of times, and then the time you tech, he will do the overhead. He's great with his reads.
Alright. Throw represented from Problem X. Waited a little bit. Psycho X. Backing off a fair bit here. Ooh, okay. But now he's out, and 4Fills has the activation. Not a whole lot of meter on stocks to back up with very much, but... Alright, Problem X playing super patient right now. The whiff punish with the scissors. Problem X in a great spot. 35 seconds left on the clock. Cleans it out on the stand fierce confirm.
I think Problem has identified that if he can keep Phils from activating that V-trigger, he's usually in the better spot for that round. 4Fills is making so much work out of that V-trigger 2 at the moment.
I mean, I suppose the difficulty from it is that it means that 4Fills doesn't really get to use the V-gauge on V-reversal or V-shift very much, so Problem can feel a little bit more secure. I say that, but there's the V-reversal.
Had a sizable life lead, you still will build the 2-bar V-trigger. Goes for it again.
Yeah, it goes for the DP. And I mean, we need to see it. If you're betting so much on the VT, you can only cash out on V-reversal or V-shift so much. If you want to be defensive, you need to use these other opportunities. Okay, skipping to start.
Great V-reversal again from the 4Fills. And this is traditionally thought of as one of Falk's harder matchups. So again, we're seeing how these changes are helping Falk out a lot this season.
Problem X is just shy of VT. Now he's going to have it. All those neutral jumps you're seeing from 4Fills are about, oh, so smart. Had been staying in the pocket for scissor kick before that with the neutral jumps, but now as soon as VT's on deck, stands in the pocket to blow up the startup of the slide and blowing it up again. How many times have we seen 4Fills kill Problem X for trying to slide activate?
Oh, unfortunate there from Problem. But 4Fills is also now on match point, before we forget to mention that.
Yeah, and fully stocked with CA on deck. We've seen some big cash outs. There's going to be some big cash outs.
Next situation could win him the game.
Yeah, look at this life. I think you're dead on another hit. Problem X with the stand jab check on the counter hit. Has to cash out for the bomb.
He did it. He did the EXDP again.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to deal with the implications of the bomb. V-shift back, once out of the cycle blast. Oh my god!
4Fills, that is crazy.
That was so brilliant. 4Fills is stuck in the corner, facing down Psycho Blast, so he goes to jump out. But knowing that Problem X is specifically watching for the jump out, goes for the earliest jump out air-to-air normal you ever did see with the Fireball stocked to clean it out. He blew up Problem X for Problem X's own bait setup.
Man, that looked hard for Problem in that loss. And after the first game, it looked really, really uphill after that. But 4Fills, to his credit, played ridiculously well.
Wow.
Now we're going to see the 4Fills versus the man who sent him to losers, Hurricane.
Yeah, I mean, 4Fills is sitting really warm right now, though. I mean, I'm feeling more comfortable now and more confident now. If you just came out in winning off of what everyone seems to agree is one of your worst matchups, that's going to be a wonderful thing. And you know what else is a wonderful thing? The other shows that the Saltmine League brings you, such as the King of the Saltmine on the Fridays and the Saltmine sets, extended long-form sets, 1st to 3, 5, etc. that is coming tomorrow. And we got the guest commentary on deck for y'all tomorrow with Veggie and Phenom. So that is going to be a show that you're going to want to make sure that you check out, and make sure that you're following Saltmine League on Twitch and on Twitter to keep up to date with everything that is going on here. This is week 7 out of the extended 12-week circuit for the EU Open ranking bracket that happens every Sunday at 5 p.m. CET. If y'all want to see the rankings, there's the exclamation rankings in the chat to go and let you see what the rankings are looking like on the last week. The top 8 players get invited and play out for the season-long pot, which has its own matcherino. And Hurricane now in the lobby for the grand finals, Hurricane versus the 4Fills.
I wonder what the 4Fills is going to come different with from when they played in the top 8. It was 2-1. It was very close. But Hurricane just about clutched it out. I wonder what 4Fills' strategy is going to be in this one.
Yeah, I'm really curious. We've seen 4Fills able to wear a lot of slightly different hats through the course of a lot of their sets. You know, the same principal game plan, but able to make all of those adjustments of like how much you emphasize the air fireball versus the ground fireball versus, you know, dash in pressure and utilizing your normals, or staying max range with like staying fierce and pressuring in that way, or crouching strong. Really comfortable switching between all of those kind of primary operating modes, but Hurricane is so good, and this Cammy so sticky and so oppressive, like if she gets in, you're gonna have to deal with it. And if we see the same kind of thing that we saw in the Problem X matchup, where a lot of it is gonna hinge on these VT2 swings to have these wild momentum swings, you're going to not be able to use your V system for the V shift and the V reversal.
And 4Fills now already getting oppressed here. I'm pretty sure this is his least favorite matchup now that Dhalsim has been slightly nerfed. So we're going to see how he deals with this, because it's going to be a mental battle as much as a character matchup for him.
Oh, Hurricane with the challenge. Already demonstrating that 4Fills isn't going to get away with a whole lot of cheeky stuff. Going to need him to come correct. Next hit will do it. Walk up low short.
Round 2. Fight.
first round on the board.
Hurricane is so good at just stifling out all momentum. The 4 Phils would have been coming in on a high after that performance against Problem.
So one thing is, after that jab block string there, 4 Phils did challenge with the low short. I wonder if that's the kind of thing that Hurricane's going to be mindful of, and you know, do these jab strings into like a micro walk back, fish with a whiff punish.
4 Phils is spending a lot of his time in this first game just living in that corner right now. Cammy oppressing him. Gets the activation though.
Yeah, but okay, the backdash on wake up from Hurricane, and now I know that you just activated. You thought it was your turn. Oh my goodness, it was your turn. Answering the dive kick with the air dive of their own.
That is dead. B triggered to Falk.
Oh my word.
Final round.
Okay, 1 round apiece.
Ooh, not a punish there.
Okay. The fireball commits too much to a ground option, gets jumped in on. Hurricane in the driver's seat again, but there's the big whiff punish into the activation, and this is such a momentous swing.
This might
That
be...
man's is fishing.
Oh my word. 4 Phils with this V trigger is looking unstoppable today. He's still alive.
Okay.
And you know what that means. V-shift could be a thing here into CA for Hurricane.
Look at the fishing that 4 Phils is doing. Wants to be checking with these jabs because you were looking for exactly that. Crouch Fierce activate, because now it doesn't matter how
He's dead.
you were sitting. Yup.
Oh man. You hate to see it. But it happens so frequently when Hurricane has that CA. He ends the game in that CA. Almost religiously.
Cammy wins.
Yeah, I mean, it almost feels like the second Hurricane got Crouch Fierce to activate, it was over. 4 Phils stuck in V-Trigger, didn't want to take any risks, so you almost wish that you had the V-System afforded to you to just try to stabilize things, keep things in the neutral, and maybe go for a whiff punish or something, but instead, Hurricane finds the activation and then just the oppression into the CA activation to take that first game, but it's looking so close. I don't think you can count out 4 Phils whatsoever.
Yeah, this set so far, well, even watching them in Winterside, these two have been playing so good today.
Over there.
Alright, great anti-air.
Great anti-air from the 4 Phils, looking now for that jumping. Having to spend the bar though, so that's a bit inconvenient for him.
Oh, okay, going for the flip tech reset there, and checking the hooligan. Gonna clean out the first round on the board once again in this second game for the 4 Phils, but Hurricane going into this next round with tons of resources, and they've all been close.
Great anti-air there from Hurricane. Ooh, I don't think that was plus, but the 4 Phils didn't get anything out there.
Yeah, that was kind of a spaghetti situation. Oh no, it's oppression session. Finding the activation route though does 4 Phils rather on Hurricane. Hurricane still hitting all these buttons, pulling up the space, up forward out of the flip, but still was ready with the answer. Uh-oh though.
Still a threat here with that little bit of V-trigger to Mia he has left.
About to build CA is Hurricane. Probably not even gonna need to cash out for it.
I think the 4 Phils might do a lot to bait this meter if he can to get Hurricane to spend the CA, but
What to do?
Hurricane doesn't have to.
Sorry. I'm right.
Delay crouch jab catches the delay tech.
And this game looking a lot like that first game, 1 round apiece going into the last round, stocked on resources, really momentous back and forth type of match. No anti-air on the jump in. Crouching short to check the dash. Hurricane fishing in this mid-range.
4 Phils has to be very careful. As we even saw in Winterside, Hurricane was great at whip punishing that crouch medium punch with stand heavy punch. And he's lining up the spacing to do that exact thing. But he's
nice
looking in
backdash
great
from
control now. 4 fills is.
Yeah, it's looking comfortable.
I
Oh
say
no,
this,
caught reaching.
the V-trigger's here, and we know what that means. Great
Okay.
DP from fills.
Fills has been representing them kind of frequently in this round, and it's working out wonderfully, cleaning it out and getting around a game on the board 1-1. Jeez, this is so back and forth. The 4 fills, you can't be sleeping on them. The Falk.
Round 1.
Back in,
Let's
straight
see.
back in we go.
Let's see how Hurricane answers these adjustments from the 4 fills.
Hurricane doing a lot of dive kicks quite high up, but that could be because Falk doesn't have the fastest normals to punish with. He doesn't get the most off lights.
A lot of these jabs going unchallenged or challenged late. Fulfill's getting away with a lot of them. Okay, air throw there.
Not
an
quite
anti-air
having the
option.
V-trigger to activate yet is the 4 fields, but has Cammy in the corner, and that's almost the round.
Oh my god, just fishing with all these pokes to try to make something happen. Uh-oh.
Grabbed him out of the
working
air.
out.
That's fair. Great work from
Okay.
the 4 fields on that EX Psycho Schneid.
Yeah, these reversals to blow up the dive kicks are a huge part of what's allowing 4 fills to continue to control the pace of this, because it's forcing Hurricane to have to play on the ground a little bit more. And obviously Hurricane's ground game is great, but 4 fills is doing a great job of utilizing his toolkit. Stun on deck. No, stun just about gone now for Hurricane. No, I say that, and a couple of pokes keeps the meter high.
4 fields doing a good job there of not overextending trying to get that stun, but he's still in a bad spot here. Gets out of the corner, and that's going to be the round.
My word, on the VT activate, even dies with the full CA, looking like the Star Wars movie poster to bring it up 2-1. Two to 1.
Are we going to be seeing a reset here from the 4 fields? He's playing ridiculously today.
I mean, if you're Hurricane, what are the adjustments that you're making here? Your dive kicks are getting blown up by the reversals. You're not checking these dash from the 4 fill. I mean, if anything, I feel like 4 fills is bringing the type of energy to this matchup right now that I usually associate with Hurricane.
It's hard to react to everything Falk's doing because she has the 3 offs on the air fireball. She can regular jump. She has the dive kick as well. And she has the dash, which is not the fastest, but it's something you have to be aware of. And the pokes. We haven't even gone over the fact that she can do good pokes like crouch medium and forward heavy punch. So it is hard to look out for all of these things and react every time. 4 fields is choosing his options really well.
Great. EX dive kick. Okay, there was a lot there, but you can see that Hurricane is clearly fearful of the EX DP representation from 4 fills. All right, finds the hit, but the VT is gone.
Still has him in a good position though, right in that corner, and he almost has CA. We
This
know
is a
Falk has
2-touch, I
great
think.
damage.
Okay, off that throw, it's no longer a 2-touch, but the neutral jump to blow up the grab attempt from 4 fills. Hurricane up around here in this 4th game, 2-1. No hit confirm off the low forward. But
Interrupted.
challenging in some of these gaps now is Hurricane. That's one of the things, right? You need to be challenging these dashes. Oh my god, that came out so late, but it still worked.
4 fields really using his options well.
It's wild that, like, in so many of these other matchups, 4 fills has been the aggressor, really using the threat of the air fireball and the trajectories around it to, like, cover, being a little bit more aggressive and oppressive with the pokes. But what we're seeing here is actual zoning play, like shutting down Hurricane and keeping Hurricane locked out, putting on the coat.
reset point here for the 4 fills. Hurricane gonna have to do a lot here to bring this back. What? Working on it? Ooh. 4 fills now has that V-trigger active, ready for him. Activated.
Right. CA on deck for 4
Yes,
fills.
bro.
Just, oh my goodness. Hurricane has VT and CA though.
That's
Big
gonna be
jump
dead.
in. Oh, you're dead. 2 to 2. Managed to thread the needle. Hurricane finds the opportunity to finish out the job, but that was way closer than it could have been. That VT still on deck and CA on deck for 4 fills, and we saw the amount of health that Hurricane had in that moment. We've seen 4 fills cash out that much damage already in a big corner combo with all the resources on deck. So that was still super tight. 2 to 2.
Round 1. Fight.
Over there.
Hurricane walking back to this mid-range, wants to try to find the opportunity to get in on his own terms. Phil's using the opportunity to advance forward. Oh, the frame traps. Hurricane bites. Next hit stun. DP.
Over there. Over there.
4 fills now with a good life lead, but Hurricane has that V-trigger that's been giving him a lot of problems.
Regular DP as soon as Hurricane goes to the sky.
Smart
Alright,
from the 4
finding it
fills
that-
there. Just letting him do the V-trigger and then the throw, get out of the situation.
Does it again. Now you're stuck in the corner, but VT is on deck and a bar. If you're Hurricane, you're very clearly worried about exactly that, but goes to the sky and forces the meter spend, but 4 fills back on reset point.
Four fills has played so good today, and we're seeing this now. Oh, I hope we get a reset point so we can see another first to 3 between these two.
Hurricane playing really aggressive right now. But you can see that 4 fills has his eye on the sky. These micro walks, but there's the Crutch Fierce activate. We have activation on deck for 4 fills though as well.
Ooh, that's big.
Oh my god.
Not taking the throw again. 4 fills is tired of your throws.
Spends the EX bar to stabilize the round. Sweep gets punished into activation.
I think Hurricane thought he was definitely going to tech that last time, but he gambled it. This time he just does the regular throw.
I cannot believe that Hurricane got away with that jump. 4 fills was not ready for the anti-air, and now potentially true final round.
It's
Reset
a
point for
tournament
4
point
fills,
or
tournament
reset
point. Both fully loaded.
Four fills has to be so careful about doing a forward heavy punch on block. Hurricane has CA available to him. Double dashes into throw. He knows that 4 fills is only looking at the air right now.
Utilizing that standing medium kick. Another hit should give 4 fills the V-trigger, and the amount of damage that's been on deck for that's going to be the V-trigger.
Hurricane is looking so comfortable this round. But this could all change right now. V shifts
Okay,
out.
V-shift out. And a V-reversal. Hurricane is spending the resources to stem the swing of this V-trigger.
Hurricane
And
Four
we're
Fills
all-
still has to be careful about throwing anything out. With Hurricane with that V shift and his reactions, you could be dead.
I can't believe Hurricane is still jumping here. Life about even, both players with full CA.
I think Hurricane is okay with jumping because he spends 1 ball for the DP and then he doesn't have to worry about the CA.
This is a one-touch game. Hurricane, I think... 4 fills actually has the life lead. Oh my god, the anti-air!
Comes down to this.
Hurricane backs all the way off at maybe the 3 or 4 second mark. We maybe see a CA. No, I actually don't know who has the life lead right now. After that, it's 4 fills.
4 fills.
It is
Oh
4
my
fills.
word, Hurricane, please. How did
Phil's
you time
taking
scam
it.
yourself?
Oh my god. I'm
Oh.
so
Yo,
shook.
what?
He time scammed
I am
himself.
amazed that Hurricane didn't cash out a CA on block just for like some chip damage.
Wow.
If he did CA, Full Fills would have CA'd back, and he would have gotten punished for it. He couldn't CA, raw CA. Or he would have EXDP'd and gone through Cammy CA. He actually could
yeah.
not CA there.
Jesus, we have a reset. 4 fills. Timer scam on Hurricane. Last round. The first Saltmine League ranking tournament of the new season. And this is what we're bringing to the table.
First to 3, settle it all. This is great. This has been a fantastic tournament to watch. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am commentating it.
If y'all are not already following Saltmine League, you're messing up. You need to hit that follow right now if you are not, because this is the type of intensity that you can see here. Challenging the dash forward straight out the gate is 4 fills.
Great control
God.
again from the 4 Fills.
Yeah, Hurricane's seeming a little flustered right now.
To do.
Wow, raw DP. Not sure if that was an error from the 4 Fills or he just meant
Oh
that.
god. I think Hurricane is flustered right now. We're gonna have to see if he's able to stabilize.
Never count out the uncle though. Sometimes when Hurricane plays a bit flustered, he does some of his most incredible things.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh my god, first round of the reset on the board for 4 fills. Oh my god,
4 Fills.
every single poke!
He's just controlling the game so well right now.
Hurricane is blocking with his face.
That dive kick was so plus.
Okay, threads the needle, finds the crouch fierce activate.
And that's going to be CA. Great reactions there from Hurricane. Tying it up 1 round apiece.
Final round.
I mean, 4 fills gets to move into this next round with all these resources though, and we've seen how effective 4 fills has been at utilizing these to close the deal.
And again, we see
my
it.
God.
He did it a lot against Soundboy. He did it a lot against Bolt Strike. We've seen it now against Hurricane. The 4 Fills.
Right, an early air-to-air from Hurricane there. Okay, trading in the air. That trade going in Hurricane's favor in terms of life, but this subsequent situation going 4 fills' favor. Stay out of my skies, says 4 fills. You don't understand. It's a new season. I control the airspace.
And that's going to be the first game, the 4 Fills. This man is so clean.
Falk win.
Hurricane keeps jumping, and it's just not working.
It's not. How is he going to approach on the ground? 4 Fills is controlling the ground. You saw before when he ran into every poke, he has to jump. He can't play on the ground so much against Falk.
It's looking so difficult. And the longer it goes, the more comfortable 4 fills looks. That was the best game 4 fills has had in this entire grand finals.
Hurricane doing the smart thing here and taking some time just to recompose. That or he's changing characters, but I'm very doubtful of that one.
Jeez, grand finals, post reset, 4 fills and Hurricane, the first Saltmine ranking tournament of the new patch. Everybody feeling the effects of it. Loading in. Is there a change or was it just the breather?
It was just a breather. Costume change. He's in there. Tracksuit Hurricane. This is serious mode Hurricane now.
Yeah, I agree with taking the breather. You could tell that Hurricane was flustered in that last game, so taking that breather to recompose yourself is going to maybe be a difference maker here.
I think when Hurricane picks this costume, he's in serious mode now.
Oh god, it's looking pretty serious right now.
Oh,
The
yeah.
dash back, oh my god!
He's ready. You've angered the uncle. Cannon spike. Oh my god, Hurricane.
Man's loaded some new frame data with the new costume, mayhaps? No, it's just, this is a real Hurricane, the Shin Hurricane. Forfils has been playing in the pocket so far, though. He needs to continue to show why Hurricane was having such difficulty in the approach in this matchup.
I think every time he spends bar on a DP, Hurricane will take that because he's not always going to have that available to him. If he has to spend the bar to DP Cammy, the favor is still in Cammy. It's still in Cammy's favor for us to keep jumping.
Right. Nice buffer on the stand short. Hurricane loaded. That was a fantastic jump because Hurricane was walking in for that crouch fierce range for the fierce activate. Still doing it again. I'm surprised there wasn't even a whiff punish there. Finally finds the crouch fierce activate, dashing forward for the back throw. This could be the start of some of the offense, but Forfils has VT activation on deck on any kind of poke here. We'll be able to cash that out to close out the round.
Forfils doing the right thing here. Oh no, the crouch fierce. That could have been huge. Doing the right thing here, just throwing out light kicks in case he dashes, and then still having the time to block for the jump. And he throws out the crouch medium. The Forfils biting back here after that perfect from Hurricane.
Hurricane still sitting fully stocked here. Having a lot of difficulty dealing with Forfils' air approach.
Great punch on the forward heavy punch from Hurricane.
Nice, fantastic counter poke there from Forfils. Spends the bar on the EXDP, dealing with the jump in.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's not
no.
good. Now Hurricane has the corner and the stun is building up.
Side switch.
Good
No
view
bite,
reversal.
spends
Get
the
the
view
stun
reversal.
down.
Oh, hits meaty.
Oh
Still
wow,
so even.
he bet it all.
Oh my goodness.
It was too far
gets
to
away with it?
punish. And that's gonna take it. The Forfils is 2-0 up in this set.
Oh my god, there were shades of like real Hurricane there, but not quite working. The overcommitment on the DP there was so much. Forfils up 2-0? Could it be?
I think the DPCA was quite good. You see the Forfils didn't get the opportunity to punish.
I actually want to remind the chat that the Forfils is a two-time Saltmine League season champion. So he's no newcomer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was with weakened Falk. That was with punished Falk.
Yeah, the
Slash Connie.
Forfils with this foul, he's gonna be a real problem to fight for everyone.
Dealing with this pressure in the corner, finding the VT activation. This is going to be such a huge swing. Empty jump low.
One more throw
Next
for
hit
the
is
stun.
done.
Great
Oh my
interrupt
God,
there
wake
from
up.
Hurricane.
Yeah, that was so brilliant. Jump empty, jump low again. Still
Did
one
it
more guess.
again?
Wake up buttons again.
That was smart. That was very smart. Forfils is probably baiting a lot more on the DPs. And that's going to be the round. Hurricane making the right decision twice and surviving the Forfils' offense.
Round 2. Fight.
Setting out the mine. We've not really seen that represented at all.
It's hard for Falk to set it up against Cammy with her forward movement special. He has to do it as part of setup.
Flip tech stays same side, but the frame trap after the fact working out on Hurricane's behalf. Fishing for the throw bait. Doesn't get it.
Back throw back into that corner. Hurricane, so much more control of this game. B shift, and that's gonna be it. 2-1 to Four Fills now, but Hurricane bringing back some momentum. Needed it.
Cammy wins.
That was some cheeky stuff there to go for the hooligan throw after the fact, but a first game on the board here in Grand Finals. If you're gonna awaken Shin Hurricane, right now is the time to do it. This could be the start. But I mean, even this, it's so close. This is one of the tightest finals I feel like I've watched in quite a while at the Saltmine League, particularly with Hurricane, who is known for speed running through these grand final sets.
Wow, the punish on the V-reverse of the Four Fills with all the setups.
Over there. Over there.
And the anti-air
Finding-
again.
Perfect. This is a great spot to be in as Four Fills. Unfortunately, Hurricane spends the bar.
And that's dead.
All right, we're back at tournament point for Four Fills, sitting up 2-1 over Hurricane. Post bracket reset.
Great DP anti-air from
Fireballs.
Hurricane.
Yeah, we've not seen the DP anti-air represented very much from Hurricane. He's very clearly not been super comfortable dealing with Phil's air approach. Hurricane, air approach, definitely comfort zone for Four Fills though. Reversal DP that time. Oh my god, we are just swinging some DPs. VT activate from Four Fills.
This is where Four Fills has gotten the most mileage in this tournament as this V-Trigger 2. Never count him out when he has this active. Wow,
Uh-oh.
Camp didn't
Oh my God.
autocorrect there. Could have been big for Four Fills if he had mashed Rotech.
Right, a second throw. Hurricane staying alive.
Final round. Fight.
Four Fills still
about
here on
even.
tournament point. Oh, that's so unlucky. Hurricane just jumps over his DP anti-air. And he
That's
loses the
happened-
bar.
That's happened a couple of times now. It seems like Hurricane is trying to go to some of these ranges to get over the anti-air or to jump like super preemptively in a situation where he thinks that Four Fills is going to defensively DP.
Great reversal there from Hurricane, just getting out back to neutral, but the Four Fills deals in there with a dash and then gets a huge hit. This is the... Ooh, Hurricane presses stand heavy punch there.
But no buffer into CA, which I'm surprised in general from Hurricane today. I'm so used to seeing the one button CA confirms, but we're not really seeing it a whole lot today. Getting the back throw. Now we're in the one button kill range. Is it going to be followed out with? Yes, it is.
And that's
That's
gonna
going to
make it
seal the
2-2.
deal.
Ooh. We're gonna get 2-2 in both sets. Grand final. Man, this is crazy.
Down to the wire. As close as it can conceivably be, the Four Fills with the newly buffed Falk. Playing so well. But Hurricane is beginning to find, or not even beginning, it's just we're seeing a more and more control and confidence. And I think that last round was maybe the first time that I felt like Four Fills was starting to lose grasp on dictating the pace here. Oh my god, the hooligan stuff for the side switch into the dive kick to blow up. Four Fills for trying something. Goes for the shimmy. Four Fills hits the low short. Almost
Four Fills still has to be
stunned.
so careful. And that's gonna be the round. Nope, never mind. Hurricane doesn't go for the crush counter punish and the stun.
Round 2.
Match
I think-
tournament point to Hurricane now.
I think if you're Four Fills, you need to try to take a deep breath right now and stabilize, because this you had been in control up until this point, but I am watching it slip out of your fingers and back into Hurricanes.
Hurricane so far showing why he is still the uncle.
The trip guard on the left right. Now you're stuck in this corner. Jumping over is Hurricane. The dash forward back throw, not ready for the back throw for the side switch.
I
Maybe
think he
next
has
hit
a
will be
huge
stunned.
read. He has a huge read on when Four Fills is looking for the dashes and when he's looking for the jumps, and he's really showing it now.
Right. Here's the VT activate from Four Fills, but we've not seen that throw bait set up there. I mean, Hurricane is just blocking it every time now, and then the subsequent throw is kind of bringing us back to neutral. There's going to be the activation. Is this with the minimum scaling going to kill?
This isn't gonna kill, but the next guess is for the game.
All right, what does Hurricane have?
And the
Sidekick
spinning.
and the-
Oh no. Well, guys, Hurricane takes it. What a hype grand final that was. Congratulations to Hurricane. 4 fills, put in a great performance as well. So please do check them both out.
Yep. And obviously, Problem X had taken third. And with the love that y'all showed the Matcherino, that is going to be a top 3 payout into it. So all 3 of them are in the money. All 3 of them going to get a whole bunch of those ranking points for the Season 10 of the Saltmine League ranking circuit. Now, we've only got 4 more weeks before the finals week on week 12. So that is 4 more opportunities with this patch for these players to come and get these ranking points to solidify their place in the finals tournament at the end of it. And that happens here every Sunday. We've got the King of the Salt Mine, Single Elim, King of the Hill style bracket here on the Fridays. And then tomorrow with Phenom and Veggie coming in on the guest commentary for the Salt Mine sets, the long form first to 3 up until first to 10 sets that are coming at you 8 p.m. CET every Monday. If you are not watching the Saltmine League, you should be watching the Saltmine League, but I know I don't have to tell all nearly 800 of you to do that because you're all here watching this without any provocation. So I know that y'all are smart enough to be coming back here and watch the rest of these sets too. What a fantastic tournament.
Thank you very much to Shivs and Brad for commentating today. I hope you had fun, guys.
Thanks for having us, man.
Still 750 people watching us today. Holy damn. I actually will send you over to Phenom. He will commentate together with Reggie tomorrow, our exhibition sets. I hope you guys coming through. And yeah, see you Friday, also Friday and next Sunday again. Thank you very much. We are out for today.
See you, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Be safe.
Of course, make also sure to follow Shivs and Brad on Twitter, guys. Great performance. Now we are out. See you guys.